been a more critical time. Fox News Media brings America together. America is watching. News and fearless debate. We're invested in you. From Wall Street to Main Street to your street. America is listening wherever you are, on radio and podcasts. Trending stories you need. Streaming the entertainment that celebrates America. Fox News Media, America's news, and much more.
They want you, they want you, they want you as a new recruit. Who, me? They want you, they want you, they want you as a new recruit. They want you. Oh my goodness, they want you. What am I going to do in the submarine?
Mr. President, Israel is acting to defend its security.
אדוני ראש הממשלה, יש פרשה חדשה. נתניהו והשבלולים בגינה.
מה?
ראש הממשלה, פרשת הכוסות המלוכלכות בכיור. זה בליינט.
נו, באמת.
Seattle's pledge to defund its police department by 50%, even including a proposal to remove 911 dispatchers from police control.
Joe Biden said he's absolutely on board with defunding the police. Listen closely.
Yes, absolutely.
Hello, you've reached 911. I'm sorry that there is no one here to answer your emergency call, but leave a message and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Crime will rise.
Never been a more critical time. Fox News Media brings America together. America is watching. News and fearless debate. We're invested in you. From Wall Street to Main Street to your street. America is listening wherever you are, on radio and podcasts. Trending stories you need. Streaming the entertainment that celebrates America. Fox News Media, America's news, and much more.
She's still the one for you. And Cialis for daily use helps you be ready anytime the moment is right. Cialis is also the only daily ED tablet approved to treat symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines, and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any allergic reactions like rash, hives, swelling of the lips, tongue, or throat, or difficulty breathing or swallowing, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and a free 30-tablet trial.
And there's your beautiful baby. Any day now.
Really? You're eating Doritos? He's eating Doritos on my ultrasound. Do you see what I have to do?
I know.
Give me that.
This is a Fox News special report.
Hello. Oh my God. I think we're working. Sorry about that. All right, stand by. Alrighty, well, this is late news now. As AB posted about 1 minute ago, we were gonna break the news here, but we were gonna have Vice President Didakar on this show today, but he was killed today, in a failure from Secret Service, uh, DSS, MPD, all the above. They failed the Vice President today. I mean, did we expect any less from them? No, no, we did not. I mean, that's my personal opinion. Their numbers have been dwindling. They make up excuses every day, and they haven't been doing anything. So, I mean, I don't know why we really shouldn't expect it any more from them. So, you know, but we were hoping to have Vice President Didakar on the show today to answer for all the stuff that's going on with him, especially with Congress and him ignoring rules. But, well, it's not an issue now because he's dead. So, I mean, some of us probably would wish it was Didakar, but it's not. I mean, sorry, Revocate. I mean, it's okay, I guess it's Didakar, but I don't know. I have my own thoughts about that. We're about to have a special guest on here. One moment. Like I said, we're about to have a special guest coming on the show here. Just give me one moment. We're going to cut to a quick commercial break.
They want you, they want you, they want you as a new recruit. Who, me? They want you, they want you, they want you as a new recruit. They want you. Oh my goodness, they want you. What am I gonna do in the submarine?
Mr. President, Israel is acting to defend its security.
אדוני ראש הממשלה, יש פרשה חדשה. נתניהו והשבלולים בגינה.
מה?
ראש הממשלה, פרשת הכוסות המלוכלכות בכיור. זה בליינט.
נו, באמת.
Seattle's pledge to defund its police department by 50%, even including a proposal to remove 911 dispatchers from police control.
Joe Biden said he's absolutely on board with defunding the police. Listen closely.
Yes, absolutely.
Hello, you've reached 911. I'm sorry that there is no one here to answer your emergency call, but leave a message and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Crime will rise.
Never been a more critical time. Fox News Media brings America together. America is watching. News and fearless debate. We're invested in you. From Wall Street to Main Street to your street. America is listening wherever you are, on radio and podcasts. Trending stories you need. Streaming the entertainment that celebrates America. Fox News Media, America's news, and much more.
She's still the one for you. And Cialis for daily use helps you be ready anytime the moment is right. Cialis is also the only daily ED tablet approved to treat symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines, and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any allergic reactions like rash, hives, swelling of the lips, tongue, or throat, or difficulty breathing or swallowing, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and a free 30-tablet trial.
And there's your beautiful baby. Any day now.
Really? You're eating Doritos? He's eating Doritos on my ultrasound. Do you see what I have to do?
I know.
Give me that.
Like us, China also saw their weakness. So did Putin. Then he invaded Ukraine. Hamas saw Harris' anti-Israel statements and will use it as a green light to keep murdering Israelis. And Iran thinks Harris is so incompetent. New intel shows they're trying to help Harris win the election. America doesn't need another TikTok performer. We need the strength that will protect us.
Honey bun shime. Oh.
Breakfast in bed.
Hey, hey.
She's still the one for you.
We're good.
All right, boys and girls. We have, I don't even know how to say your name. Please introduce yourself to the audience.
Onyx Blast, 1234. That's I'm the chairman of the Liberty Party. I'm the current candidate for.
Well, I just
the
said
speaker's
introduce
race.
yourself. I didn't need to know your whole life
All right,
story.
all right.
So you're running for speaker. Have
Correct.
you ever even served an elective office in this game before, or this community?
Yeah, I
Any
have.
elective office?
Yes.
Other than
I've
the chairman
been.
of the Liberty Party, what
No,
elective
no.
office have you served in?
I've been a part of the LP National Committee.
You've
I've been
never
a
served in an
representative.
official government elected office position.
I have. I've been a representative.
When?
I think it was during
You
20.
think? How do you not know whenever you served?
Well, I can't remember everything. I don't have like such a big
You can't
memory.
remember the time that you served in Congress, but you expected the voters to believe that you served in Congress before?
Well, I have because there's records of me sworn in DMs.
Well, then find the records. If you did those records, why can't we find them?
I think you're smart enough to find them yourself.
Oh, it's like that. Okay, so you've
Hey,
been in Congress.
I'm just
sure,
saying,
no. So you've been in Congress for maybe what, 5 years ago. But you expect us to vote you into the speakership?
Well, honestly, they voted. Have you seen the House majority we have and the Senate majority we have in those houses right now? I think the people want. Why? Because we brought a manifesto. They knew our plan. They knew we wanted accountability.
You bought a
We wanted
manifesto,
transparency.
or
we bought a manifesto.
No.
Brought
Let me
one.
finish.
No.
You're gonna let me finish talking. Or you got King Jerry Speakers, the former speaker who got indicted on criminal charges. You got his alts and all of his people to vote for your people in the party to get you guys in power.
Yep. That's funny because King Jerry was actually a part of UP during the campaigning. So you would think that UP was getting all those alts, right? So I don't know why you're saying that we're getting. Why would he give us the alts if he's campaigning for UP?
Because he got kicked out of the UP party.
What? No, he wasn't. He was campaigning. He was campaigning straight. Wait, let's see it. I don't.
Join
Yeah,
that
but
link I just
yeah.
sent you here. Viewers, we're going to go
Let's
to a
see
quick commercial break. We're about to have another special guest join us on this Fox and Friends special edition
Uh-huh.
here. Give us one moment. All right, folks, we're back. We currently have the current speaker with us right now. I forget his name. Not really important. And we have the other person here who's gunning for his position here. So,
Yeah.
the speaker is going to the Senate, correct?
Yes.
And who do you support to be the next speaker?
I've already released an endorsement for Ethan as speaker.
Why Ethan? The most incompetent person probably to run for office in this group. Other than Muhammad, you say Ethan is more competent than this person?
I believe Ethan is willing to put in the effort, and he will try his best to be the speaker that I believe he can be.
The best. The best. Ethan?
To be the speaker I believe he can be. I mean, not sure where you got the best from.
He doesn't even know that how like the cabinet community. He said, I said just he said to quote this. I think that the cabinet should make a Discord server so they can communicate within themselves. Like, I'm pretty sure the cabinet has something similar to that. So I really don't know why you would endorse.
Oh no, Ethan doesn't know how the executive branch works. Is he in the executive branch? The speaker? Is the speaker part of the executive branch? It's not. It's not.
But
it's a whole
I think he would want to know.
There's three branches of government: judicial, congressional, and executive.
Yeah. But
why are you worried about how he knows how the executive branch works?
Wait, stop. What do you want to like a speaker to know how the executive works? What do you like? Do you want them to only know how the legislative?
So you're saying he doesn't know anything about the executive branch because he didn't know that there was a presidential server with all the cabinet members.
I'm saying that's the explanation. Like how he's ignorant on
You're
what's going on in this country.
Ignorant.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. Yeah.
Right, okay, hold on. Right.
And what are you?
Let's look at
what would you use to describe yourself?
I think I'm experienced. I was the president of the General Assembly during
what
the
fuck does that have to do with Congress?
It's similar.
Nothing. It has nothing to do with Congress. Ethan was a fire. Ethan was a former president pro tempore. Even though I severely think he should not. I'm speaking. It's my show. I'm speaking. Even though Ethan probably should not have been the president pro tempore, and it was only out of spite to PTY and King Jerry. I'll mute you. I need you to go. I'll mute you for a quick second here. 1 second. We're gonna have some more staff join us as well. Even if Ethan is more qualified on paper than you are, and you're expecting us to believe that you're qualified because you were in the House and back in the House session of 24. That was however many years ago. You expect us to think that you are qualified to lead a failing House, mind you, into what?
Failing House.
Yeah, the House is failing, Spooky. We can pull up DMs between me and you. The House is failing, where you even admit yourself you're the only person doing anything. So I don't know why you're even questioning why you're thinking it's not failing. You're the only person who's introduced legislation. I'll go pull the screenshots. 1 second here. Let's pull it up for the audience.
Yes, I am the only person who wills, sure.
I said, quote,
Kai.
are you the only active representative? And you said, they tried to remove me, by the way, because, again, looking at the last House session you guys had, you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 out of the however many legislative items you guys voted on. And you're going to sit there and tell me the House is not failing?
Partially. Partially failing.
Partially failing. Only 1%. And look at the State of the Union today. How many representatives showed up to that?
Fair fucking enough. Right, okay, hold on. I have a different question.
We're not moving on to that question. We're talking about you first here right now, about you talking. We're not deflecting. We're going to answer the question of how you're sitting here saying that the House is failing, and how it was not failing.
Partially failing.
Partially failing. That's what you would rate the House.
Yes.
And honestly, even at it's at this stage right now, do we really think that Ethan or whoever this other person is can actually lead it to anything greater?
However,
no, neither of them can.
all right.
Sorry, the viewers are asking who's speaking. So right now it's me. We have Spokies, whatever the fuck his name is. We got the Ponixie Pop, whatever his name is, and then we've got Ponix. Sorry, and we've got Koopaholic here with us. Sorry about that, guys. So go ahead and back to your partially failing House. How do you explain that to the voters?
I mean, if we look at terms of raw numbers of legislation, not who proposed them, the amount that's going through.
No, it's about who proposed them. It has everything to do with about who proposed them. How does it not have anything to do about who proposed them? Like, how could you not see that as being anything? Literally looking at a picture of inside of the State of the Union State of the Union address, I see one Senator X-Men Amazing there. He's a great senator, and I see one other person sitting on the very far side of where the representatives usually sit. What the fuck is that?
The House is on a downward trend, however, it isn't completely failing, which is why I'm saying it's partially failing. I don't get why you're laughing, Ponix. I mean, you have one term with, I believe,
Ponix, yeah, you have one term. Yeah, you have no say in this, and you think that you can even
Wait a minute.
Go on.
You know, I feel like I can bring something new to the Congress.
Everyone says that nothing new ever changes. So,
you know, have you read my manifesto?
Your manifesto, is that the words you want to use?
Well, that's it's my party platform, and you know, I think it actually has a plan that can help Congress come back active, more transparent, like bringing press conferences. So honestly, we're gonna have to see in the future if it works, but I feel like it would work, honestly. So
you think it would work?
I think it would work because it's a competent plan. I don't think no one could really disagree with the plan if you really read it.
Ponix, I just have a question. So, you served as a representative during the 64th Congress, correct?
Yes.
During your time, had you proposed any legislation?
During my time, I hadn't.
Had you co-signed any?
You didn't propose any legislation?
Hold on.
Whoa, wait.
Hold on.
Go on. Let me ask the question.
Had you co-signed any pieces of legislation?
Not that I know of. It was like, 2024.
How many sessions did you attend?
All of them.
Let's fact check that. Can we get fact check on that?
2024. 2024. You can check it.
No. You only voted on 4 items throughout your time. 64th Congress. I have it up.
Okay, wait. Show the attendance. I mean,
how many House sessions have you presided over?
You had attended 2 sessions and presided over 9.
Well, because I wasn't.
Do you believe you are more qualified than Ethan?
On paper, actually, on paper, yes. I do feel like I'm more confident.
Sorry.
On paper, you are more confident.
What paper exists?
Oh, wait. Can I'll let you guys speak for a minute.
Hold on. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna pull up some, I'm gonna pull up some live fact checking on the air here. No, it's my show. I'm speaking. If you look right here, let's find your name here. Ponixie Blast. Absent. Out of 2 of the 4 sessions to attend, you were absent out of 2 of them. That means you were there 50% of the time, by the way, if you don't know math. Yeah, 2024, yes, the only one term you served in the House. No. You were absent 50% of the time. How the fuck can you even justify that to even be something that someone would want to vote for? That's ridiculous. You can't even I can't even fathom someone even thinking they could justify that.
If we want to bring it back to experience and we want to bring it back to years ago, right? Like 2024.
Oh, you want to bring it back to experience with your one House term?
I'm more active now.
You're more active than Ethan?
Wait, listen. I brought this Liberty Party back to a fucking majority on both houses.
Was it you or was it the other staff that you had in there, like Cheeseburgers, who's a well-respected member of the community who has done more than what you have? Are you taking sole responsibility for your party getting seats in the House?
Why you're acting like you brought so much into that administration with Teddy, right? Because that was the most.
Who said I did? Who said I did? You're putting words into my mouth right now.
Work on it. But wait.
You're saying that I have not done anything. You're saying that you have more of a record and more of a positive impact on this community than I have.
I've never said that.
No
but
one
I'm
even knows
saying-
who you are. Then what are you
I'm
referencing
saying,
to?
wait,
No,
stop.
no. Then why'd you
I'm
bring up the
saying that
President Teddy
I'm-
situation?
Because you're speaking like you've brought during your time during that administration that you brought.
You do realize I did
anything
serve
good
in
of benefit.
Congress, not only in that term. I've served in Congress multiple. I've
Now, okay, let me
3
say
or
this.
4 times more than you.
Let me say this. I've let you speak. So can I like continue my statement on the
Yeah, as long as
LP?
you're not arguing, because
I'm
you're not
taking-
giving us any
listen,
actual facts. You're just giving us arguments. You're arguing with everything we say, then you're going at personal shots at us. Like you brought up me and Private Teddy. He has nothing to do with any of this. He has nothing at all. That's why you're losing the arguments. No, but see, you're losing. You know what? See, no, because you're losing the argument. So you're bringing up Private Teddy, who was impeached by Revocate. You're losing. You're literally losing the argument. You're bringing up stuff that does not matter.
So LP, okay, LP said I've been inactive, right? That's what you're saying, right? I've been inactive.
You've been
But right
inactive,
now,
and you have no actual impact or
you can see-
anything
you
that
can
would
see
make
right now,
anyone even want to vote for you.
Listen, wait, vote for me. What they
Yeah.
have?
Vote for you. Who voted for you? Did you run for speaker? Did you run for the House as an independent, or did you run and you appointed yourself to a seat with the party that you're the chair of? Who voted for you?
You scream it into your mic and think that has a positive impact in this debate at all.
Right, and all you know what you
works.
do? You know what you listen.
Work. And
You know what?
no,
Here, I'll turn my
say this
microphone
too.
down a little bit. Sorry about
I'll
the viewers
say-
if you've been getting ear raped. You
All
know
right,
what you do? You just come up with
Uh-huh.
arguments and go at personal jabs whenever you're presented with facts that you can't disprove. And actually, let's pull up recent polling. Who would want to choose the next speaker? 47% of the voters out of 32 votes. 15 people said literally anybody else other than you or Ethan. And between you and Ethan received 9 votes and you received 8. And out of
one vote,
if you let me finish, I'm still speaking. If you want to shut up for a
you
second,
let me finish. You let me finish.
no, this is my show again. You can shut the fuck up. The Politico.
Yeah, what's the point of me staying here? What's the point of me staying here?
Because I'm giving you facts before I let you respond. Politico's polling showed for the speaker that Ether won by 53% of the votes, and you only had 47. So go on. Please tell us how much great and everything you've done for this community.
Well, I'll say this. I've never said this. I've never said that I brought a humongous impact more than one another, right? I'm saying that I can bring one. And I can show that with how me and other committee members brought LP back into an active, competitive party. And I know I can make Congress, and I know my other party members can make Congress into what LP became: more active, more debates, more voting on individuals, debating on nominations that we think need to be questioned. Because right now, Congress has no nominations. Think about it.
No nominations?
During this during this Congress, have you seen any cabinet hearings?
Have you?
None. I've seen none. Some other people are saying they've seen none. This is the main reason I ran for chairman of the Liberty Party, and this is why I'm running for Speaker of the House.
To just have endless hearings on cabinet officials. Because as far as I'm tracking, the Senate is the one who confirms and confirms the president's nominations for cabinet picks. But go on. Yeah, you're right.
Correct. Yeah, correct. You are right. You are right about that.
Oh wow, there we go. We agree on something today.
And I'm saying, and I'm saying that I want to work, even if it's another house, with people, maybe a president pro tempore or the VP who can be someone's like UP or LP, and work on making Congress better, because people have been complaining about Congress since the start of the term.
That's not actually when it started, actually. And we actually have that's not when it started. If you even have the complaints about Congress did not start at the beginning of Revocate's term. The complaints about Congress haven't started years ago, and you would know that if you've been an active member in this community. But if I'm not wrong, you were an active member in Denmark, but then you were kicked out of Denmark for being retarded. But that's not something that I want to go to right now. I'm just gonna. Oh, we have a question from a viewer.
Actually,
we have a question from a viewer. What happened with Reese? Why'd you kick him out of the party after he didn't want to vote for you and he didn't have unwilling support for you? You think that's something that someone wants a speaker, someone who is threatening and
Well,
kick someone out of a
yeah,
position after they
I
were quote
understand the question.
elected?
I understand the
Because by
question.
your terms, you were elected into the House, but you weren't. You in fact were not actually elected into the House. You were the chairman of the Liberty Party, and you appointed yourself to a seat, and then that's how you got Ethan, and that's how you got Reese appointed to the seat. But then whenever Reese said, "No, I'm not voting for you," because Reese probably has more brain cells than you do, which is surprising, honestly, if you know Reese's history.
No, you
Reese
talking about
went
brain cells is
against.
crazy.
You're
But
saying
yeah,
I
go
have
on,
no
go
brain
on.
cells. You say I
No,
have
no,
no
go
brain
on.
cells.
Wait, let me hear it. Let
Right,
me hear the rest of the question. Let me hear the rest of the question.
yeah.
I want to hear it.
You
Yeah, let me hear
expect
it.
us to think that you are a good enough leader after you kicked out someone out of your own party who was, quote, elected into that position because they disagreed and said no, they did not want to vote for you as speaker.
All right, let me see this. So if we see the DMs between me and Reese, right? When I asked him to vote for me for speaker, he never gave a response, right? So he didn't even refuse or accept it.
So why'd
And
you kick him
I've
out of the
already
party?
said because we found someone more competent. If I put this comparison right here, if I put PMC right here and I put
Did we
Reese
find
right
someone
here,
more competent than you to run for
was
speaker for the party?
Reese,
Annie's?
Reese who was more. Wait, let me
Cheeseburgers?
see.
Cheeseburgers
Reese
is
who
way
was
more competent in
wait
anything than
wait
you are to actually be into the House. So let's be
uh-huh.
honest with that.
And if he wanted to run, I would give him the chance too. I would literally let him run right now if I want. If he asked right now, if he
What do you
asked me
mean?
right now, can
You
I
kicked
run?
him out
But
of the
listen,
freaking caucus for this
Reese.
term.
No, I'm asking about Cheese. If Cheese asked me if he wanted to run for speaker, I would have
Did you ever
got off
ask
the
him if
race
he
and
wanted
I
to
would
run
have
for
let him run.
speaker? Did you ask
I've
Annie's if
asked
she
him.
wanted to run for
I've asked
speaker?
multiple people. I've asked multiple people if they wanted to run for speaker,
Right,
and
right. But you probably
Cheeseburger
ignored their
hasn't
concerns, and
given.
you probably
And I'll say
ignored
this.
their
Wait,
requests, and
wait.
you kicked them out of
Don't
the
you want me?
party.
Wait. Don't you want me to explain why I kicked out Reese, or is that something that you
I
don't
thought
want to
you
hear
already did
anymore?
because he, quote, didn't respond to your 5-10 DMs about
No,
voting for him
I
because you were trying
said
to whip up
I said
support.
he was simply incompetent.
How?
PMC is much more competent. Are you saying that Reese is more competent than PMC?
Did I say that? No, I said
No, that's
how.
what
I'm
I'm hearing
asking
you
you to
say.
explain yourself.
How?
I said how. If you have a brain, you would understand what I said. That was a question. I said how. I didn't say it, that he was or was
All
not. I
right.
did not confirm
Uh-huh.
nor deny.
Uh-huh.
I'm asking you.
All right. Okay. I'll tell you how. He's been in multiple positions where he has always been active, like Spain, where he was an ambassador. He has been active in leadership in the OUN. He's been active in the US itself. And let me say this, Reese has been inactive for the past month. And when we win the midterm elections, and when we get that majority, he knocks up on our door and says, can I have a house seat? No.
So
And I'll say this, when
go
when
ahead. Go
when a
on.
competent when a more competent individual came up to the bat, we chose him. We removed Reese. We chose PMC. And I said I took all responsibility for me even prematurely appointing Reese before we could find a more better candidate. We could have chosen him first.
So how are you qualified to be
But
speaker if you can't make rash decisions?
rat excuse me?
You
Can you say that again?
picked Reese to be into the
Uh-huh.
caucus, and then now you're like, oh, it's my fault. Oopsies, I should have done that. How can we expect you? Think about it. You're second in line.
Yeah,
You're second in line to the presidency as speaker, right?
correct, you are right about that.
So,
Yeah.
and today the vice president just got killed. Let's see here.
Uh-huh.
1 second. I have a question here that, or more of a rumor, if you want to comment on this. Rumors were that the LPs was originally going to back Ethan. Are the rumors true?
No, what?
The rumors are
No.
not true that they were
No,
going to back Ethan. You're telling me right now they did not want to back Ethan at
no.
all.
No, no one in the party. You can ask them yourself. No one in the party wanted to back Ethan.
Annie's, do you support this person, AMYDS? Annie's, let's see if she supports it. Let's ask her. She may be in chat or not. Let's see.
Ask her.
Who do you support? I hope I don't see her get removed if she doesn't answer the way that you like. Because she's a great person, and she was a great senator whenever she served underneath me, and she was a great
And
representative.
And that's why I appointed her. That's why I appointed her.
Let's see. Ethan or Pon, whatever. How do you spell your name? I don't know. I'm just going to at you because I can't spell it.
Ponix, P-O-N.
We're getting a question coming in from viewer. While we get that on there, question from a Jewish ghost. Do you have any opinions on Thyakar's death? Are you happy to see him dead?
Are you asking me?
Yes. Are you happy to see that that Jewish person is dead?
No.
You're not. You
I could
support
really
Didakar? Is it
honestly.
because he recently switched to your party because he's going to run for the presidential president next term?
I
And
really,
he's going to be under the Liberty Party. You trying to become
you know,
vice
my
president?
opinion on it was more of the security of,
What's your opinion on the
what was going
security?
on with it. I think it would be more. It would be. I think it could be much more better, honestly.
Much
But
more
honestly,
better.
I really
Wow, you
have.
heard it here, guys. Future speaker right here thinks security could be, quote, much more better.
Yeah.
What English we got going
Yeah.
on there? All right, guys, we're going to cut to a quick commercial break
What
as we get
English?
things situated here for our next round of questioning with
Yeah.
our presumptive speaker nominee. Real quick here, we're going to run to a quick commercial break. One moment.
Wait.
They want you as a new recruit. Who, me? They want you as a new recruit. They want you. Oh my goodness. They want you. What am I going to do in the submarine?
Mr. President, Israel is acting to defend its security.
אדוני ראש הממשלה, יש פרשה חדשה. נתניהו והשבלולים בגינה. מה? ראש הממשלה, פרשת הכוסות המלוכלכות בכיור. זה בליינט.
נו, באמת.
Funny as fuck.
All right, guys, we're back here. Sorry with the quick commercial break there. We now have I still can't this P name, the chairman of the Liberty Party, and Spooky here, or Spocky. I don't know their names, but go ahead.
We'll just call it queer.
Queer
just
1
call
and
him
queer 2.
Queer.
Queer 1 is Spooky. Queer 2 is Ponix. Queer 1, go ahead. What you want to say? I know you had something right before we went to commercial break. Go ahead.
All right. So, Queer 2, question. You said that there are lack of hearings, correct?
Well, yeah, lack of hearings, yeah, of course.
What influence does the Speaker of the House have over committees?
Zero.
Well, listen, I'll say this. I never said that in a way that I would influence committees in my position as speaker, but I mean I would meet with my party members because we have a majority, right? And I would say, can we please have more hearings on department directors, cabinet secretaries? I think we need more debate on what they do and how they do it, and ask them questions on what their future and present plans are. So
a pointless hearing is what you're gonna do? Sorry, I'm just
a pointless hearing.
How is that not pointless?
Well, because
if you do know stuff about Congress, what are departments supposed to do in relation to Congress? What are department heads and cabinet officials supposed to do in relation to Congress? What do they have to do
in relation to Congress?
In relation to Congress, what do executives of departments have to provide? You don't even know. You don't even know.
Wait. I believe they should provide.
Bro doesn't know congressional.
No, this is the question. If you know it, yes or no. You can say you don't know. Oh, go ahead. You got it there. Congressional report, right? Yes.
Yes.
So, are you not able to read like a report from somebody? Like, is that an issue, or like what's the problem here?
Well, it brings activity to Congress, and people want to know what their cabinet
How else can Congress be active?
And they want to be questioned. How else? Maybe
actually showing up for
press conferences. Oh my God!
Useless press
going up for sessions. Weekly press conferences, not like
Go
daily.
ahead and ask the vice president and president how many people show up to their weekly press conferences, and tell me what number you got.
I would love to hear that.
Yeah, let's go do that. I can tell you it's very few, slim to none.
Can I continue?
Go on. Sorry about that, Spooky.
Do you think you have a good grasp of rules of procedure?
The current rules of procedures? Right now, I haven't given it a good read because I haven't been I've been focusing on something else right now. It was party related, but yeah, I think I have a good grasp on it. Yeah.
All right. What is the number of majority you need for a congressional amendment? Constitutional amendment.
I believe it's 2/3.
Thirds. Can we get a fact check on that, Mr. TSC?
Why can't you fact check it? You're the speaker.
Yeah, aren't you the fucking wait?
You need
Aren't you the speaker?
Let's preface
Aren't
this
you
here.
the
I have
speaker?
never been speaker nor representative. I've actually been representative for a few days, and they kicked me out of the party. I've only ever been in the Senate, so I don't know how the House works, nor do I give a fuck.
But wait, aren't you the speaker?
As per the Constitution, you require a 3/4 majority for a constitutional amendment. If you don't know the amount that you need for a constitutional amendment, what else don't you know? That's my question here.
What else? I feel like
Probably
just
a lot,
one
'cause it's been
question is
years.
one wait. One question would be, reasonable enough to say that I don't know anything about the Constitution or rules of procedures.
That's not what I said.
No, but that's what you're saying. If I don't know how much an amendment
what else
needs,
you don't know.
I don't know anything.
All right, that's fine.
You
that's
need
fine.
it. All right, go on.
Question.
Yeah, go on.
What does the Rules and Oversight Committee look over?
They look over bills and amendments.
What bills? What bills?
Bills like bills to check. What bills?
Yeah, what
House bills.
specifically?
House bills.
So they look over at all, and what else?
They look over amendments as well.
What other than House bills? What else? There's something else.
Come on, use your brain power. Use those 2 brain cells. Come on, get your DMs from
Look
cheeseburgers.
my 2 brain cells.
Or like one.
Get the DMs from people who are controlling you, because we know it's not you in control.
TSC.
Go on. Go ahead. Make it a personal attack.
My knowledge right now is House bills and amendments.
They also look over anything that doesn't directly pertain to any other committee. So, for example, if you were to do a hearing with C-SPAN, then you'd go through House Rules and Oversight. Another question: how do you issue a congressional subpoena?
Wait a second. Through a congressional subpoena to a specific department or agency?
Individual. Yes.
He's using that AI shit.
What do you think I am, bro? Through
I think you are someone that wants to be the speaker and doesn't know how Congress works. That's who I think you are. That's my opinion. But hey.
You didn't even let me finish the question first of all. So
Madam Chair, Nick the Hobo wants to come in.
Nick the Hobo wants to join us. Wow. Let's let him answer that question first before we get Nick in here, because Nick is gonna wipe the floor with his ass. So go ahead, keep searching. You're stalling right now. You're stalling to find the answer.
Wait, are we continuing? Are we continuing that?
Answer the question that Spooky asked you. Answer the question.
You would have to vote on that subpoena on that committee that is specific to that department, that would related to that department or agency.
And how much of a majority do you need for that?
A simple?
2/3. Let's see.
Interesting.
And you're qualified to be speaker of the House.
It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny that the same individual that's questioning me is presiding over a failed House. So it's quite funny when no one went to this State of the Union. Hardly anyone went to the King's speech. I wouldn't go to.
Why wouldn't you go to the King's speech, huh? What happened with you in Denmark?
What happened to me in Denmark?
Yeah, what happened with you? Did you used to be a citizen of Denmark? What happened with you in Denmark? If you're talking so badly to the king, which granted, I don't like Mr. Leoner. I think poorly of him. I think he's a horrible person. And again, you could bring that back to President Teddy, because you like to go there. So, but go on. What's your issue with Denmark?
Wait.
And you just use that as a jab at him about how no one showed up to that event, but then you said, well, I wouldn't attend either. So why are you attacking him? Why are you flip-flopping on all these different issues?
I'm just saying that I wouldn't have went to it.
Why?
It's just my specific opinion about it.
Why?
It's just I wouldn't really care about it.
You would not care about a foreign leader as a Speaker of the House, someone who's second in line to the presidency.
Many people didn't care about what the specific of what the king said, because I wasn't even in the position of speaker. If I was in the position of speaker, of course I would be there, right? But
so you
we don't know that. We don't know.
Hold on.
And I wasn't even a house. I wasn't even a House representative, so I really could care less what a foreign king said.
So you only care about people when you're in a position of power.
When it is a position that I should care about. Because wait, I have a question. Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
People went. No one went to the King's speech. Only a specific amount of people, because they simply did not care about what the king had to say, or they just simply disliked Denmark in the first place. And that's the
Or
same
y'all are
opinion
just
me. I don't.
inactive.
Excuse me.
Hmm?
Yeah, Speaker. Yeah, Congress is inactive. That may be true. That is true.
And what are you going to do to change it? Nothing, because you have to ask your friends.
Nothing. I think we should have more strict attendance. And I think LP, chairmen should actually watch, and House leaders should actually watch their party and tell them to actually join, or just get kicked out and removed from the caucus.
You can't remove someone from
Okay,
office.
just remember once again, sitting again. All right, guys. You've
House.
heard it here. We're gonna continue this here. One moment here. We're gonna cut to a quick commercial break. We have a special guest joining us. Former president, times 6 or 5 times, who knows at this point. Nick the Hobo will be joining us, as well as we'll have Ponixie, can't say his name still, and some more special guests here. So
You just said it. You just said it.
Shut the fuck up. We're gonna cut to a quick commercial break here. One moment.
She's still the one for you, and Cialis for daily use helps you be ready anytime the moment is right. Cialis is also the only daily ED tablet approved to treat symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines, and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any allergic reactions like rash, hives, swelling of the lips, tongue, or throat, or difficulty breathing or swallowing, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and a free 30-tablet trial.
And there's your beautiful baby. Any day now.
Really? You're eating Doritos? He's eating Doritos on my ultrasound. Do you see what I have to do?
I know.
Give me that.
Like us, China also saw their weakness. So did Putin. Then he invaded Ukraine. Hamas saw Harris' anti-Israel statements and will use it as a green light to keep murdering Israelis. And Iran thinks Harris is so incompetent. New intel shows they're trying to help Harris win the election. America doesn't need another TikTok performer. We need the strength that will protect us.
Honey Bunch, Oh.
Breakfast in bed.
Nou, dit is dus de huiskamer. En dan komen we hier bij de slaapkamer. Oh ja. Met...
Hey, listen up, Americans. Stop the vote. Why are foreign leaders voting in our elections? This is corruption. Stop the vote.
This is a Rose Whaley
and
shit! Sorry, we've been
Anise
muted there
has
for
been
that.
active.
We've been muted. Sorry about that, guys.
Swear to
Go
God?
on. Restart your questioning there. That's on me. My bad. I'm a little retarded. Okay,
Yeah.
guys. I'm sorry.
Oh, bro.
I'm sorry. You guys gotta pay Fox and Friends some more money so we can get some people who know actually use OBS, because I don't fucking know at all. All right, restart your questioning there. That's on me. That's on me.
I go.
So we were speaking about the Liberty Party before we went on an ad break. 2/3 of the Liberty Party had been censured last term. What are you doing to stop that from happening again?
Well, right now we've replaced that whole caucus with individuals like Cheeseburg, Cool Chicken, Transmic, and we're pushing in the caucus to make more legislation, more activity. And if they can't do that, if they simply have the incompetence not to do that, we're simply just going to remove them from the caucus. First of all, I've told them straight to their face that if they can't be active, they're going to be removed. And if they continue this activity streak, like if it happens, we're just going to remove them during the general elections, or if a midterm happens again.
So you're gonna wait? You're gonna wait multiple terms and multiple House sessions to remove somebody?
I'm not gonna wait, but if it's
You just said you're
such
gonna
a
wait. You said we're gonna wait till the general election or to the midterms. What do you mean you're not gonna
no,
wait?
I mean in a way, if the midterms are right around the corner, we're gonna during those midterms we're gonna choose a different caucus. But if it's like in the middle of the congressional term, we're gonna remove them from the caucus outright.
How?
Hold on.
How
How can you remove
through a caucus vote? Through a caucus vote.
All right. So hold on. Wait. You can remove someone from a House seat by a caucus vote.
Yes,
That's
which
the one.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and the
Yes.
charter of the Liberty Party allows it.
Okay. No.
In procedures, yeah.
Wait. I have a question.
Wait.
Oh, former President Nick the Hobo. Yes, go on, please.
The charter
I have
can't
a
take
question.
president over law.
So wait. So you're gonna remove them from the caucus. So would they become independent in the House?
Which is against the Constitution, by the way.
Well, no. I mean, you can take them out of the caucus.
I can take them out because they would just become independent.
So they would.
He can't remove them from the House.
You can no wait.
He would
Listen,
lose people.
Yeah.
You
Correct.
lose your majority because someone's inactive, and then you let them be independent.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Hold on. Another question.
That makes sense to you?
Wait.
Wait. Yeah. Let's get our facts straight on that.
Oh wait.
Yeah. Let's try to make sure
We
we
get
get
a
facts
fact
straight.
Hold on, because I have another question. Can you walk me
Alright,
through
go on.
how you'd host a session, start to finish?
Well, first of all, I believe we should give. First of all, we have to find a time that everyone can join. Which it can be because we have some Europeans and some Americans in the House right now. I believe that has been elected, and then after we chose a time, a date, I would ping everyone, yes, correct, and then we'd get in game, do the procedures, get voting on bills, debate on the bills, and I would hope to push. I would
10 procedures.
10 procedures.
No. Walk me through the
Spooky,
procedures that you're going to follow.
I want to move on to a different line of questioning. I think we can all confirm here in this panel here that he is what's the word? It's not retarded. I think the only word to use is retarded. He doesn't know how the House works. And I think we've already established that pretty well.
I do know how.
Go on.
I do. Go on.
I was there earlier, but how many sessions have you been a representative for?
4.
How many terms?
One term.
And you proxied half of them.
No, he didn't even proxy.
Let's pull back up that live fact check here.
He didn't proxy.
Wait. Okay.
Can you show? Wait. Can you show the attendance? Can you show
it's up right now. 50%. 50% attendance. Yep, it's up right now.
Wait, where? Hold on.
It's a general chat, and it's also live on the screen right now.
It is not.
Oh, it takes a second. There's a latency. It's in
there
general chat as well. There's your attendance.
All right, wait.
That's his
Let me
attendance.
see it real quick.
2 sessions.
Wait. So, why are there 2 red marks next to your name?
Because he was absent.
He's inactive.
I was inactive, or I have a life, and sometimes things come up. Things
so why hold the seat if you're going to be busy and give it to someone that could be?
Yeah, anything can be unexpected. I could.
Do you know what a proxy is?
I do know what a proxy is.
How many proxies do you got per term?
3.
3. You heard it here, folks.
Bro, have you read the House standing rules? Even I know that's not true. And I've
Well, it's been,
never been
you
in
know,
the
it's
House.
been,
I've been in the Senate.
All right, wait,
I mean, it's
hold on.
been 2 years.
How
It's
long?
been 2 years.
How much notice do you have to give for a proxy? How long before the session?
24 hours.
45 minutes?
45 days or what?
Please so.
It's 2 minutes.
What do you
2
mean
minutes
you
prior to the-
believe so, dude? Like,
It's 2 minutes before a session.
You know, it's been 2 years, so you know, I'd say
it's been 2
You can't
years and
bring up
you're
what-
sitting here admitting that you don't know shit about the House and you expect people to think that you're qualified to be Speaker? Do you see like where this line of questioning is coming from and why I could be so flabbergasted? That's like the best word I could use. And why everyone else is, quote, flabbergasted and would rather have Ethan out of all people to be Speaker other than you. Can you see what the issue is here? Yes or no?
Mr.
I could really just like get it like a good read, and I would understand the whole standing rules. You know, I've reading is a
haven't
thing,
you?
so why haven't I? Because I've been literally dealing with the whole party. So
excuses.
And
Go
a
ahead, Nick.
campaign.
Go ahead,
And a
Nick.
campaign. Yeah, go Nick.
Mr. Ponxy Blast. Who is in your caucus in the upcoming Congress?
Right now we have chosen Cheeseburger, Cool Chicken, PMC, Transmix, Anise, and yeah, I believe that's opponents by Transmix, Cheeseburger, and myself. Yeah, myself.
So all of those people, barring maybe one of them, I know for a fact, have more congressional experience than you. Would it not be smarter, rather than you trying to take up the mantle of Speaker, when you clearly hold on.
Yeah, oh yeah,
hold
that's my
on.
bad. Go.
Wouldn't it be wise to perhaps pick somebody a little more versed, like PMC Gamer or Cheeseburger, to be Speaker of the House, to be your candidate for Speaker over yourself?
If they have given interest into it, if they've told me straight to my face, as I said this right here, if they told me straight to my face right now, 6:44 right now in my time, that they wanted to be Speaker, I would get out the race right now.
But Reese said she didn't support you, or he didn't. I forget. Reese said he wasn't going to support you, right? And you kicked him out of the caucus.
Wait, stop. He never told me in DMs or any other communications that he supported me or not.
See,
so you
can I go back to that what you just said there? I'll put the messages here. You sent a message at 21:52, and then you sent another message at 21:56. What time was? And that's when you sent those messages to him. He didn't respond to you. And then at 22:07, so not even 10 minutes later, you kicked out Reese from the party. You gave him 10 minutes, and you expected him to respond in 10 minutes to your DMs, and you kicked him out of the caucus. 10 minutes. That's all it took you. 10 minutes.
Wait. I didn't kick him. As I said, I didn't kick him for the reason of
a change happened. PMC Gamer will be replacing Reese as a representative. Unless I'm retarded and they can't read, that looks like a kicking out to me.
Because of course it is.
So,
because PMC
so yes,
is
you kicked him out, but
PMC,
you just said you didn't kick him out. Can you get your facts straight?
You're saying wait. Can I say something? You're saying that I kicked him out because he didn't accept.
No, I'm saying you kicked him out because he didn't respond within a matter of 10 minutes.
I didn't.
You kicked him out.
I didn't kick him out for that reason. I said that multiple times in this.
Then why'd you kick him out?
I kicked him out because PMC came up. He said, "Do you have a spot for to be a House representative?" And we know. I think everyone in this DC knows that PMC is a competent individual that I feel like most people can trust, and is more competent than Reese, who's been seen as a meme, right?
I would argue Reese is more competent than you.
PMC keeps dumping and jumping jobs, so Reese would probably be
Reese hasn't been active for the past month.
Neither have you! You've been active for the past 2 years!
Wait a minute, no, actually, first of all, for the past fucking month, this dude, I haven't seen him breathe. I haven't seen him breathe on that fucking phone.
And you know what I've seen you do for the past month? Try to clean up the power and try to climb the power. That's all I've seen you do. You popped up out of nowhere after 2 years of being in the House, and you were only active for 50% of the time. And then now you randomly popped up out of seemingly nowhere to get power, to get a position that's second in line to the president. What the fuck? You can't use it as an argument. If you want to use that as an argument, you have to take it back, because it's another argument only to yourself. Because what the actual fuck?
Wait. I'm so confused. Do you want me to talk about Reese, or do you want me to talk about saying that I'm clinging on to power? You've like been dividing this thing up. You gotta stick to a place, right?
So do you, and you
So
haven't been. And I'm
why
not the
you've
one running
not
for
been sticking
office.
to
I'm
them?
the one who's
And I'm saying,
reporting on it.
and I've been saying this. PMC is much more active. He's much more competent. And as literally what Nick said himself, if I believe that I was like incompetent, why didn't I let Cheeseburger or PMC? So he thinks PMC is competent enough to even be speaker. So yes, I think PMC is more competent than Reese, and that's why I chose him. If PMC, no wait, listen, if PMC and Reese DM'd me at the same time asking to be a representative, I would pick PMC right there and then.
You picked Reese before you picked PMC, though. So what do you even mean right now?
Because he never gave an interest to me. If he gave interest, if he told me right there
How
and
was he
there, I
selected
wanted
for
to
the
be a
caucus?
representative.
How was he selected to be in the caucus? Do they not fill out a Google form? Yes or no?
That's an interest from. It does not.
Oh, so they do fill it out.
It doesn't give them
Mr.
guarantee.
Chairman.
It's not a guarantee. It doesn't guarantee them the position.
Mr. Chairman.
Yeah.
I've ran parties before in my history in this group,
Uh-huh.
and I know that when I would put out a list of my caucus members, I wouldn't then redact it. But that's besides the point. Furthermore, if PMC is so qualified, why not forfeit your own seat in the House for PMC rather than removing Reese?
Because
That's a great question.
honestly,
a good leader would step back and let others thrive, since
Step
you're already
back
in a
from it.
leadership position, right? Or you gunning
Correct.
for power, or you want leadership and you want power.
I'm not gunning for power. I just told you I would.
Then
I
answer
would
Nick's question.
leave. Okay, I'll answer it because I don't believe that Reese should be in Congress. I don't believe that he should be in Congress. The committee was divided on Reese. The committee was thinking, one half was saying maybe we should let Reese in, and maybe he grew up, and then the other side of it was saying, no, we don't want Reese in there. So I said this. PMC said he didn't want to be a representative. Reese was gunning for it. We needed a representative. I let him have the seat. And then PMC came back, said, I'll take the seat. And boom, we put him back in because PMC is more competent than Reese. And I don't think Reese, and I was with the committee that was saying Reese shouldn't be in Congress. So I removed Reese. We chose PMC. And that was a unanimous decision by the committee to put PMC in
You said
to
unanimous,
replace
but you said that they said that the committee was split. Was it unanimous or was it split?
Yes, was
Which
split
one?
on the option. It was split for Reese. It was unanimous for replacing Reese with PMC.
All right, folks. Well, we're going to run to a quick polling here, live polling from the studio here. If you go to the news channel, who should be in Congress, Reese or the chairman of the party? We're going to go ahead and post that polling right now if you guys want to get on that poll for us here. And we'll wait for those votes to come in. We'll give it about a few minutes here. But back to the line of questioning here. So what if I want to join the Liberty Party and I want to be in the House? Would you step down since I'm more competent than you are to be in that position?
What?
Why would I? Qualified. Why would you? Why would you not? Why would you not step out of the way if there was someone more competent?
You have a felony.
I've had multiple felonies. You're right. I've had. Listen, if you shut up, I've had multiple felonies, and I have been. And if you want to let me finish, because you're going to sit there trying to pull up my felonies and everything. I was pardoned for most of my felonies, and I recently got. No, I am talking. You will shut the fuck up.
I'm laughing. Go on. Let's hear it.
All right, I'll just mute you so I can get my point across here. 1 second.
Oh.
So, like I was saying, you're talking about more qualified this and that. I am more qualified than you in so many ways to be in the House. And let's say I felt interest from I want to join. The term hasn't started yet. It's not the first of the month. If interested enough to do it, you can bring up my felonies if you want. But it's been more than 45 days since, if you would read the Constitution, more than 45 days since my conviction, and so that would make me qualified then to be in the House. So I don't know where you're going to bring up the felony part here. Sure, I have had felonies before, and they were for leakage of it was quote classified information. It was information that was fed to me when I was reporting on a news story. So if you count holding people accountable and reporting on journalism like I'm doing right now, if you count that as a felony, well, count me up, because I have committed plenty of felonies. But then again, either way, that's still doing more than what you ever have. So right now, if let's say I'm interested, I want to join the Liberty Party. Would you, yes or no, step aside to let me join the party, and then you would just be the chairman of the party? Yes or no? Go ahead.
If I'm applying everything that you've done, like everything, right? All
Sure.
history is on the desk, right? No,
Sure.
I wouldn't.
Why? Why not?
So if we're doing all the history is on the desk, on my desk right now.
Yeah.
Then
Name my
we're
history. Name my
applying
history.
happened.
What do you know about my
If
history?
we're applying what happened during the Teddy administration.
What happened?
then
Tell
no.
me about it. What happened?
Well, it collapsed.
And that was my and I did that. What proof do you have of that, or are you just slandering my name right now on live television? You have proof of that, yes or no? Was I ever convicted or charged of a crime during the Teddy administration after the fact? Anything to do with the impeachment of Teddy? No, you're just slandering my name right now live on television. This is fine with me because I'll just sue your ass for this later because I have this all recording.
God. It's like the VC recording of you just orchestrating everything.
I orchestrated everything. I single-handedly alone told Teddy to do all this stuff, and Teddy went through with everything I said.
With Teddy, and I said, and I'll say this: it doesn't have to be a crime, honestly. If your reputation,
it's better than yours,
with that administration, is so vile.
Okay, is he
why
president?
would I let you in
Is
it?
he president? Is he
why
in office?
Would I
is he in any, is he in any position?
No, you're actually no. Listen,
you want to know why? You want to know why I would? Because I'm more competent and have more leadership qualities than you do. And if you looked at what had actually happened, we forgot the pair of bills here. Yeah, leadership qualities. What the fuck have you led other than the chairman party? You're laughing. You're laughing. You see the Senate?
What you say?
Like you
can't. I've led countries in other countries as well.
That has nothing to do with Congress. It's a different beast, you idiot. That's nothing to do with it. It's two different things.
We're talking about leadership skills.
And you want to bring up something that has no relevance to Congress.
All right. No, because the problem with you is that you bring up this one thing and then I bring up something that has relevance.
Same to you. You bring up how Teddy.
Leadership skills. Bro!
All right, folks. You've heard it most from him here. It was nice to have him on the show here. We're going to have a quick here thing. Well, Koopa and Nick, that was a whole lot of nothing, if you ask me.
Can we look at the polls?
Yeah, let's
No one wants a faggot.
Data. Sorry, let's go look at my polling data here.
We have 14 for Reese and 3 for Ponksy Queer number 2.
All right,
and the only people that voted.
Interesting.
The American people want Reese.
Let's look at the polling data live on the screen here, viewers. If you haven't voted, this is the polling data we had here.
Are we done?
And Reese is a true American patriot, by the way. PMC is a former foreign diplomat, just to state for the record.
Nick and Cooper, we're having a debrief final moment of the show here about everything that just went down. Look at the polls. I'm not saying Ethan's qualified at all. Hell, I don't like the man. You're right, I don't. Sue me if I'm wrong. But if I had to choose between someone who goes after personal attacks of one thing that a person did, like Ponixie did, how he kept bringing up the Teddy administration, which, again, he slandered my name with. So, hey, good for you, buddy. I'll see you in court.
Real.
It's just interesting. It's just like, why would you want someone who's vile like that? He comes after me saying, I have a reputation. Well, buddy, you just made your reputation a whole lot worse than what it already was. You showed your true colors on the air. Nick, what do you have to think about all this?
Well, I don't really have a lot to think about it because it was all over the place. It seemed like,
Yeah.
it was rough. Koopa asked him to walk us through how he would run a session, and he briefly touched on it, and that was that.
And he keeps bringing up his record, which his record's horrible, by the way.
What record? That's the thing, is like, what record?
C4 Rebellion, which is the worst senator that we have at the moment, could do better than that retard. Let's be for real.
Ethan could do better.
Ethan could do better, too.
He has a 50% attendance rate in one term in Congress.
From 2 years ago, and he thinks that rules have changed. He has no experience of these new House rules at all. And he thinks he's qualified for Speaker of the House.
Well, hey, you know what? All I can say is I wish him the best of luck. If he wins, I'm sure it will be a very short speaker tenure.
I hope it is. I truly do. I think that anyone who's foolish enough, I don't even know how the hell he got voted to be the chairman of the party, other than just being loud. Because I mean, hell, that's how I got elected in the position, right? I was loud and, but I actually had substance behind the things I said. He just is loud. He doesn't have any actual anything to back up his claims of anything other than just knowing how to take personal attacks. Which, if I'll give you this, Bunix, if you're listening, I take personal jabs at people all the time. Hell, I can dish them out and I can take them. But you better have facts whenever you come after someone like that. Ask Milo. You know, I came after him. He took me to court. Guess who lost? He lost. So I'll give you that tip if you're gonna have a future in politics. Make sure you have proof to back up your claims. Let's see. We have a guest that wants to join here. Sub-Zero. I'm assuming it's going to be something about how his failed department is responsible for the killing of the vice president. Who knows, though? Maybe he's just here to do something. I don't know. But Nick, Koopa, I'd like to have you guys stay here to help us communicate here with
Of course.
Sub-Zero. Let's get him on the air here. Sub-Zero, welcome. How are you doing, sir?
Does this mean I have a job?
Yeah, you have a job. You are now a what's the word? You're a
Staffer.
staff. You're a staffer of Fox and Friends.
Thank you. I feel so honored.
Future Pete Hexef right there, guys. I love being drunk. Oh, welcome, Sub-Zero. Seems like you've been trying to get on the show for a hot minute here. What's going on? You can sit next to me over here. I don't bite.
Oh, sweet. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, what's going on? What happened with Secret Service today? Why do you guys fucking suck?
Hey, as far as that, we take full responsibility, as we always do. We're not like these other Homeland Security departments where we place the blame on other people. We take full
department?
Full blame for this. Prior secretaries or prior Secret Service directors that have placed blame. I'm not going to name names here.
Why not? This is an open.
But just know
we have freedom of speech.
Just know we take full responsibility for what happened today.
Is it just you? Since you said secretaries don't be taking
the Department of Homeland Security.
Oh.
The Department of Homeland Security takes full
Does the
responsibility.
Undersecretary National Operations take responsibility as he's supposed to coordinate this?
Yes, he is also taking responsibility. An internal investigation has been launched by myself.
And what's that internal investigation going to find? That the lack of staffing and lack of recruitment of members is what caused this?
Unknown at this time. I mean, I'll come out with a statement for you guys. I might even release it live on air with you. Once we have that for you, if you're okay with that. Yes, please.
Is
Fire away.
Hypergrox doing an investigation as his role as Undersecretary or HSI that he claims exists multiple times during his tenure?
HSI does not exist. That's a joke. But I will be handling the investigation myself.
I'd like to turn your attention to a video here. Not sure who this person is. You can barely see their name in the video. It may be me. I'm not sure. It looks like me, but I think someone's just impersonating me here. About the failed security, of how someone was able to get this close to the Capitol during the State of the Union. Let's turn your attention to the screen here. One moment. It's probably some lag with the live stream, but if you can see, there's someone that got to the roof of the Capitol. Helicopter passes right by them. They drop down, start shooting. 1, 2, 3. 3 members. It was a mix of Secret Service and, HLS employees and DSS. Looks like Koopaholic was on there as well. What the fuck happened there? And how is that big of a failure allowed to happen? And if you look at the video too, the person who was shooting that was invading the Capitol didn't actually kill any of them. It was the own agents themselves that killed each other. How did you let that happen?
Yeah, when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, the threat was eliminated. As far as the crossfire, at what cost? At a pretty big cost, to be completely honest with you. You see, I think we lost a total of 3 agents there, or 3 members.
Yeah.
3 security members there.
Are you gonna resign?
But am I going to resign? No, I'm not going to resign.
Why not?
Because this is one Oswald under my name. And the whole year I've been in DHS.
One too many? You think one too many?
I do think Oswalds are unfortunate, but I do not think it is worth resigning over.
What about the failed recruitment numbers and how there's only 5 then 4 members of Secret Service on during the State of the Union address?
Yeah. As far as Secret Service, if Paul was here, I'd let him comment on that. But from what I'm aware from our meetings, we constantly have.
You oversee that department?
But so I do oversee the department, but as as a cabinet member, I'm not very, I kind of let them do their own thing. I'm not a helicopter mom. If something's wrong, I step in. But if something's not wrong,
Is
I
something
let them
not
do their
wrong
own
right
thing.
now? You don't think anything's wrong right now with the failed recruitment numbers and
Those words,
events?
those words did not come out of my mouth then, but thank you.
No, I never
yeah, I did
said
think
that. These
something's
are
wrong.
obviously these are outside of views from viewers that we're getting in comments and reports
Yeah,
from.
the recruitment numbers, it's been addressed, and we came up with we came up with a fix last week actually. So we're kind of waiting, see what happens. But since then, Secret Service has gained a number. I can get you a number real quick, but they've gained a significant number of members in about 2 weeks.
We're going to turn the viewers' attention to the screen here as well, yours as well, Mr. Secretary, of the Oswald that was successfully done with the Vice President here. Let's watch this.
Okay.
And just like that, Vice President was killed. And it should be noted that the person who swept that area was, I think it was HyperOx. I can't really, I don't want to say that name and it not be true, but there was a video post from Vice News that showed. Here, let's pull this up here right now. 1 second. If you look right here, this person is seen in the at both most recent Oswalds or more recent Oswalds that we've had, of at least 2 Oswalds that have been in the history of this great nation. They were the culprit for both of them. Do you think that they had something to do with the Oswalds as far as, quote, missing the person, and they actually knew the person was there? They were just allowing them to get that Oswald? You think they were working with the criminals?
I'm not gonna jump to conclusions here. I mean, I can't really tell who that is on the. I know. I'm pretty sure. I can't tell who it is. I can't really. I know for a fact it's not HyperGrox because he wouldn't wear blue, because he was on the Secret Service team, so he would have been in Secret Service attire. I don't know who it is, but it is quite unfortunate that that person did miss that spot. Quite frankly, to whatever department that is, like I said, just comes down to training at the end of the day. We should know.
And who conducts
that
that
we
training?
have to clear
who
with
conducts the Secret Service?
who conducts the training.
Like the big training for all these big events, NSSE events. Who does that training? Who's responsible?
Yeah,
for that?
So I can tell you that the trainings. Let me finish, please.
Oh, go
I
ahead.
can tell you that the trainings were handed over for the departments to do their own trainings, and each department director was told that. I can confirm Secret Service did their training because I attended it.
What's the reason for the change?
SRT was assisting with the training. What's the reason with the change?
Yeah,
quite frankly, the numbers that we get when we host those, they don't really, the numbers aren't there, and yeah, that's like the main reason. So we leave it to the departments to schedule their own time, so they can conduct their own training. If other departments conduct their trainings, I couldn't tell you.
To schedule trainings, because I can attest, and I'll be official as DSS director, I did not have enough time to train because I wasn't given proper notice. The material was probably about 24 hours before, and we had multiple events this weekend. The International Gala, we had the joint session of Congress that the King of Denmark was speaking, but not going to go too much into that, but yeah.
I mean, do go in it. Why was there not a notice given? Why was there not good coordination between department heads? Isn't that what the joint communication server is for? Is to have that? I mean, I've never really been a part of that because I've never been in a position like that before because I could give 2 fucks. But why was there not any coordination with both departments or any departments really in regards to a big event like this, especially with the president who's saying he wanted to hold more NSSE events? Was this a reason? Was this a directive from the president, or was this your directive as the Secretary of HLS to stop doing joint trainings with each other, with other departments?
Joint trainings haven't been conducted in a while, even before I became the secretary.
Probably
it's something that we've carried over. Yeah,
Why?
it's something that's carried over.
Why?
Why? I couldn't tell you. Whoever made the change, but I know we.
Are you going to change it back now to joint trainings? Seeing as you've had
so the reason why it wasn't changed back is Oswald didn't happen. It was working well, and sometimes if something's broken, you have to fix it. So maybe we go back to big joint trainings again. Who knows? That could be the new thing.
I would like to defend Sub in this because I also want to bring up another point.
Go on.
We had the loser White House military office ran by the lesbian commandant that is scared. I don't know if people can refer to multiple from an inauguration a couple of them ago. It probably was Enders, maybe. Don't quote me on that. Womo was exploding helis that was coming towards the inaugural stage, and tonight you didn't see Womo anywhere, and there was 3 people on.
So
I would like to.
what's the? How does that have to do with anything that we're talking about? I'm just confused. Sorry.
Well, I'm just bringing it up because that's another topic I
Well,
wanted
what are
to
you
bring
bringing
up.
up? Like that it's White House military's office for the reason that that
No,
person was
it was
sniped?
just lots of chaos, and yeah.
What was the chaos? And actually, we have a photo of the White House military office leader here. 1 second, let me get a photo of her and Secretary Faylis Pork, right here on the screen here. So, I mean, were they high today? Maybe you're shifting the blame towards them.
No, but that's just one thing to note. I know we've had lots of opinions regarding multiple departments, and Sub has taken responsibility for his. I've taken responsibility for mine.
And I'll say this from an outside perspective, Nick. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, you could take responsibility all you want. I can take responsibility for the crimes I did and say sure, but like, it's one thing to take responsibility, and it's one thing to actually enact change and do something to fix that so it doesn't happen again. So what are both of your? I mean, Nick, if you have anything to add on to that, I don't know if you do. If you want to remain
I
unbiased
have no
on this,
comment
but
in this matter.
okay, that's what I figured. So I mean, yeah, I can take responsibility for a lot of things, but yeah, I can take responsibility. Doesn't mean shit though. That's something you can say to save face. But what are you doing to actively make changes so shit like this doesn't happen again and people don't die?
So I mean, I'll go first here. The first thing sit down with my team. That's really the big thing, is to sit down with the team and make decisions together and come up with ideas together. Something like this, it's not going to take just fucking, I can't do this in 1 hour and fix everything. Fixing things takes time. Maybe that's, reworking trainings, reworking how people get taught. Maybe it's, who knows, maybe it's going back to big joint trainings for SOTU or things like INOG.
Cav?
But things take time to get fixed.
I think the joint trainings need to come back. I would agree with Sub on that. We've seen tons of issues without them. People cite that they were removed due to no one showing up, but I feel like as a whole joint law enforcement, we can probably agree that trainings can benefit, and we need to look into that again.
So it's all. I mean, the big excuse for this is because we missed trainings. Oopsies. That's what we're going with.
Well, I wouldn't say it's an excuse.
Well, I wouldn't say it's an excuse. I would say it's a solution, like the solutions you were just asking for in the question that you asked.
Trainings, huh? I mean, did it work in the past? How many Oswalds were there? It's joint trainings. There's been what, 4 or 5
joint
Oswalds,
trainings.
If I'm not mistaken?
Since I rejoined HLS, there's been 2 Oswalds. There was one that I first joined, which I wasn't present at. That was when Ray died. And then there was one today, which I think Ray died a year ago almost. Just about.
It's in the summertime. Yeah, it was. So
about.
Interesting.
So we've had a long streak of no Oswalds, and obviously got broke today.
And why is that? You think it's just because of the greatness of the departments and them doing so good, or do you think it's because of the lack of crime?
I would say in terms of like law enforcement in total, I think a lack of crime definitely, people get on to shoot shit. They don't get on to stand around and LARP. So I would say a lack of crime, definitely, I don't know what the word I'm looking for here. Definitely, it definitely affects the activity belly, because when there's a lot of crime, there's a lot of law enforcement activity. Tons of SOTU on, tons of DSS on, everybody's on. When there's a lack of crime and we're in a lull, activity drops off because people, they have nothing to do.
Why is there a lack of
crime? I would say.
Why is there a lack of crime?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you that one.
I mean, we can bring it up to the same thing as I mean, I'll speak to this. Sure, my lawyer won't like this. Like the Joker, he still has yet to pay me my money for him cuff rushing me. Recently messaged me, DM'd me about it, and was like, hey, after he got killed, he messaged me and was like, don't post a blah blah blah. He has time to do that, but he has no time. Sorry, that was Hyperox. So it's the wrong person. Sorry, but still Joker. has still yet to pay his court-mandated fine to me, and I'm working that to the legal system. I mean, it's been over a month, I believe, without payment. But do you think that has anything to do with it, with the abuse of power from officers and the ego that some officers have? Do you think that has anything to do with the lack of crime?
I don't really know. I could just tell you though. I just think I don't know honestly because I've never been a criminal, so I couldn't tell you. I don't know how it feels to get quote unquote cuff rushed or I know people complain about the tasers a lot. But yeah, I couldn't tell you why crime is the way it is right now. So I'm not a criminal. I don't have those experiences.
You had a question you wanted to ask before we started the other questioning. What do you still remember that question?
I don't know. Do you remember, Pupo?
I don't think you asked it. We're gonna cut to a quick commercial break here. One moment, folks.
They want you, they want you, they want you as a new recruit. Who, me? They want you, they want you, they want you as a new recruit. They want you. Oh my goodness, they want you. What am I gonna do in the submarine?
Mr. President, Israel is acting to defend its security.
אדוני ראש הממשלה, יש פרשה חדשה. נתניהו והשבלולים בגינה. מה? ראש הממשלה, פרשת הכוסות המלוכלכות בכיור. זה בליינט.
נו, באמת.
Seattle's pledge to defund its police department by 50%, even including a proposal to remove 911 dispatchers from police control.
Joe Biden said he's absolutely on board with defunding the police. Listen closely.
Yes, absolutely.
Hello, you've reached 911. I'm sorry that there is no one here to answer your emergency call, but leave a message and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Crime will rise. Never been a more critical time. Fox News Media brings America together. America is watching. News and fearless debate. We're invested in you. From Wall Street to Main Street to your street. America is listening wherever you are, on radio and podcasts. Trending stories you need. Streaming the entertainment that celebrates America. Fox News Media, America's news, and much more.
You can bring up, you can
All right, folks, we're back. We're about
Awesome.
to end this session here, but we're about to go over some polling data from the Revocate Thydekar first month in office here. Let's go over our own polls here of how people felt since in this past month. Surprisingly, by one vote, 52% of the country says they feel like they're better off now than we were 2 months ago. 11 saying no. And then let's see here. Happy with this administration. People said they can't answer honestly because they feel like the Revocate administration will go after them. That was 63% of the voters. We take that now to the public polls that Thydekar posted himself. Revocate and Thydekar. Revocate somehow has a majority of 29%. 29 people saying that, or 28 rather, I guess, since he voted once against himself. That makes sense. Support him. It's a very interesting number. Thydekar at 24%. I mean, both are equally inactive, so I'm not sure what that is. Overweight Owen is at 31. Some of the highest approval ratings out of anyone. He is at 31. Future presidential pick right there? Maybe. Who knows? I guess he did do some stuff with the Department of State, but given his past, who knows? Sub-Zero's at 25 positive, or 24, sorry, with a -5. Sub-Zero, what do you have to say about that? Why do you think your polling data has you're the second most downvoted person out of the department leads, cabinet official. Sorry, what do you have to say about that?
In terms of the people that downvoted me, I mean, it's usually the same 3 people every time. Actually, it's always Annie's, Maximus, and Oliver. So yeah, nothing to say there. What can I say? Maybe I burned some bridges when I first joined the group, offended them in some way. But
what do you have to say about the Secretary of War? Do you guys have any thoughts on that? How he has the most? He has still a more positive rating than you do, but he still has a higher negative polling data than you do. What do you guys have any thoughts on that? Opinions?
I'm ready for new leadership.
I mean, honestly, in my opinion, I don't think Phaelus has done anything. I think materially, the lesbian in chief has done more than what he has. Phaelus Pork has done nothing.
Yes.
As far as I can see from the outside, he has done absolutely nothing for the Department of War, Department of Defense at all. He's done nothing except for just be an old leader in charge that doesn't do anything. Not surprisingly, the Haste Anarchy is at a positive 29 on the approvals. I mean, he was my former lawyer. I hate the government for taking him from me right before my big case. There are some Jews for that, but good for Haste, I guess. Then the dog himself, Jackson Moretti, is at a positive 29 with -3. He's the third most downvoted person. Maybe people hate him because he's deaf. I mean, that could be true. Let's look at his downvoters. I mean, that's a valid reason in my opinion. He's got quite a few negatives there. And then Chief of Staff Remy. Don't have any thoughts on him because I don't know what the fuck he does other than do nothing. And that's my personal opinion from the outside. He could obviously be doing stuff that I don't know about, and that could be very well true, but I just don't know. So I mean, good for him, I guess.
I'd say he's one of the more active chief of staffs that we had recently.
He's one of
he
the
does
best
a pretty
chief of
decent
staff
job.
we had recently.
Active in what way?
Actually doing things.
Just stuff not that the public can see, right? And that's I think that's
Yeah, obviously.
Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. All right. Department of War is that. I mean, there's that. I downvoted HLS again because I still have not got my money from my case with DHS. Fucking Jews. I got my own opinions about that. I'll keep that to myself so my lawyer does not get pissed at me. But hey, that's that. Let's see. Let's keep going here. All right, we're still going to the polling data here. As far as agencies go, CBP, I keep hearing everyone, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to change this. Oh, I'm going to do this. Mr. Secretary of Homeland Security, what the fuck's going on with Customs Border Protection? Why the fuck is it still even a department within the...
Yeah, so I have a pretty good update for you, actually. Unlike everyone else that's ever said they're going to do something, we actually have a bill. We have a bill waiting on the president's desk for him to sign right now for us to actually enact change congressionally.
What does that bill entail? What does that entail?
What does that bill entail? That bill entails an increase in their jurisdiction. So, for instance, instead of just having, their little booths, they would have jurisdiction over all airports and highways leading to the airports.
I'm sorry, run that back.
Which is a big thing.
What'd you say? What was that?
So increase in jurisdiction. So they have full jurisdiction over the airport and all roads and highways leading to the airport.
So they're not enforcing they're not border protection anymore. They're road and airport protection now.
And they're well, it just gives them more stuff to do. They're not stuck. They're not stuck in these booths 24/7.
I mean, I guess this is the new map of the border of Washington D.C. and the United States here. If you can look right here, I mean, that's an interesting opinion on that. I mean, I have my own opinions on that. How is that going to improve anything? How do we actually think that's going to do anything for custom border protection?
It's going to give them more stuff to do. They're not going to be stuck at these. They're not going to be stuck at these booths. They can enforce crime.
They can,
if they really want to.
They can detain
and hand over to MPD.
They can enforce federal and applicable laws. They can coordinate. So they can detain anyone that they personally suspect. So what does suspicion of criminal activity mean? Or they should be detaining every citizen that they see because they quote suspect them of doing a crime. How does that?
No,
how is that any more
of course
protection to our citizens? How does it not infringe on their rights?
Of course, they're not going to just detain anybody. I would never let the CBP run that way. Of course.
What's the law? What's the
Go ahead.
rules for suspected criminal activity? What's the question for that?
If they suspect you of a crime, like in real life, if you're within 200 miles, I'm pretty sure of the border, you can get stopped for whatever reason whatsoever, by Border Patrol or ICE. I'm assuming
they can detain those individuals for no reason as well.
Yes, they can, if they wanted to.
How many issues do we actually have at our border? How many issues are there actually at the border, at our border here that we do have? How many illegals do we have crossing over the border?
Over the border, illegals? Not many. Honestly.
Many at all. Interesting. So we're just
not many visitors. Not many visitors in game.
Not whenever we run ads. So we're just trying to give them something to do, is what you're saying? Because they have nothing to do.
Yeah, we're making it more appealing. Making it more appealing to the average person. Making it an actual starter agency, as the group would call it.
Interesting.
I believe they also get an MP5 SD.
They do. That was for
to carry.
For quote airport protection. Not sure what they're protecting. High risk response situations. I'm not sure what's going on over there. Tactical enforcement operations within jurisdiction. What tactical enforcement operations are happening at our airport that has happened in the past that I don't know about? Because this is news to me. I never knew there was tactical operations happening at the airport.
So the wording there is for I'm not going to comment much, but I'll give you guys something. It's for future expansion of CBP. We're working on some things. It's gonna be a good time.
Because this wording makes it sound like it's just another force to oppress citizens' rights and to.
No, we would never oppress citizens' rights.
Then why can't you comment on what's going to happen? Because right now it looks like that, and that's what my third-party view would be on that. Look at reading this text right here, the verbiage of this law. It looks like it's trying to infringe on my rights as a citizen of this great nation.
No, at the end of the day, CBP is here to protect the citizens.
Protect us by tactical operations and detaining anyone suspected of doing a criminal activity.
Yep.
Huh. Does this sound like an oppressive police force to you?
No, I don't think it's oppressive at all. I think their job is to protect the airport and ensure proper. What's the word I'm looking for here? Sorry.
Proper what? Yeah, I'm confused.
Yeah, I know. I'm also kind of retarded. Sorry, bear with me.
And you're the Secretary of Homeland Security?
Yeah, it's been a decently long day, but
yeah.
Ensure proper immigration. That was the word I was looking for.
And how much improper immigration have we had? What's the stats on that? I'd assume you would have to have some kind of information to make this a thing. What's the stats on improper immigration that warranted the need for this department?
Warranted the need for the department? I couldn't tell you what warranted the need for CBP because I wasn't around when it was created.
Sorry, that warranted the need for this expansion act. What improper immigration was happening?
So what warranted the need for this expansion act was the fact that they had nothing to do and it wasn't appealing whatsoever.
Let's read the purpose of this bill.
That's what.
The purpose of this act is to enhance security, enforcement capability, and operational effectiveness of Customs and Border Patrol personnel within Washington International Airport and its surrounding jurisdictions, It is important to note, as outlined in Article 5, Section 4 of the United States Constitution and Section 5, that this bill only serves as a suggestion to the developers. So, I mean, the purpose does not say any of that at all. This says to enhance security, enforce capability, and operational effectiveness of CBP. That doesn't say anything of what you just said. Were you consulted about this bill at all?
Yes, of course I was consulted about this bill.
Then why was that not put in the purpose of it then? Why
Why was what not put?
The purpose of which this bill you said was enacted for. Why was the purpose of that not put in the purpose of this bill? Why is it like?
Well, that's obviously you can't put that in a bill.
I mean,
obviously, that's like
I put stuff that's like that's black and
that's
white.
the community. Like that's like what for the community is like. The bill, yes, of course, that's exactly what it's used for, like legally.
You can legally put that in a purpose of a bill as well. There's no restrictions on the purpose of a bill. The purpose section on a bill is literally that. It's plain and simple. What is the purpose of this bill? It just gives us a bunch of filler words that tell us nothing other than they're going to be an enhanced security force that's going to oppress the citizens. It makes it sound pretty.
Doesn't say
scary.
anything about oppressing the citizens.
Enhanced security, enforcement capability, and operational effectiveness of CBP. That sounds like it's oppressive to me. They're trying to enhance all this stuff on us for what? If you just put the simple, plain black and white purpose of it, I feel like that would probably come off better. But it's okay. We'll move off that topic there. Secret Service here on the polling data. I mean, I don't know how they're a positive 27 on the polling data. That's pretty interesting to me. What do we know about that? And SRT. What's going on with SRT, buddy? Is that negative 16 on the polling data? We'll say 15. We'll remove my vote for this questioning. What's going on with SRT?
Yeah, SRT's always been disliked, as
Why?
of course we both know.
Why?
Why? Because quite frankly, people don't like to get tased. I guess Crims have a real problem with that.
Do you think that's the only reason why?
And I do think it's due to their activity, which also has something to do with crime activity drop. Whenever there's an activity drop in crime, there's an activity drop in fucking SRT activity as well.
Why is that?
Why is that?
Why
because
do you
SRT gets onto
of their poor polling data? Why do you attribute that?
Why do I attribute that?
Like, why do you claim that as the reason why they're poor polling data? Like, why? Like, what's the reasoning behind that?
What's the reasoning behind the drop in criminal activity and the drop in their activity?
I just don't understand how that's a good excuse for you to use. Like, they can't be active.
I wouldn't say it's an excuse. I would say it's the truth.
It's a truth. So the SRT.
I would say it's the truth.
An event's happening. They can't get on whenever there's a state visit or there's another event. They can't get on and just protect. Why can't they be on? Why can't they?
I would think people forget that 9 people showed up to INOG. That was what 30 days ago. I would also I think 6 people showed up to SOTU today. So I wouldn't really say that it's completely dead. I would say I would even consider to say it's more active than some other groups.
We've been way more active.
Hold on, I'm getting.
It's very interesting.
I would say yes, they've seen better days, but we did just hire a new commander like 2-3 weeks ago.
Who?
It's going to take time for them to Chedvin. We hired Chedvin as commander after we demoted Joker Rocks.
Why'd you demote Joker?
Why do you do your case actually is why we demoted Joker, to hold him accountable.
Interesting. And are you going to be demoted for being held accountable for the failure at the inaugural State of the Union address?
Again, I don't think anybody should be demoted or be held accountable for something. Well, obviously, let me rephrase before I say something dumb.
For the failure of security?
Accountable for that. Sorry, that's not what I meant to say. They should be held accountable for that.
That's what you said, though.
But I don't think anyone should be getting fired over it.
Then what should happen?
I think it's just something that comes through where we retrain certain individuals that maybe we think held more blame than others, and then we go about our day.
Blame? Well, let's pull up that video.
Who holds the blame?
Names in this video here. Yeah, let's see if we can get video. Do you not hold the blame at all?
Oh, of course I hold blame as the Secretary of Homeland Security.
So what? You're just gonna get a slap on the wrist for what happened, and that's it? We're gonna move on. That's that.
Well, we'll see in my Congress hearing that's coming up. I think actually I just got pinged in the chat as of right now.
One person right here who is sitting here with a bomb detector out, just sitting there. There's already been 2 shots fired at this point. Not sure if you can tell who this is by the video here.
2 shots. Hold on, it's your stream's a little behind, so.
Oh, yeah, of course. You can take general chat as well here. One moment. Let's set that picture in general chat. By the time 2 shots were already fired and the person dropped down, this person is sitting there just with their bomb detector out. Who is that?
I couldn't tell you who that is based off the video. Couldn't tell you.
And as more shots are fired, the vice president dies right then and there. He then starts to quote. He's starting to move just a little bit. He just kind of turns a little bit. He's probably got a reaction time of a fucking fly. He's just now starting to turn, and boom, he's dead. Then he pulls out a gun right after the vice president has been killed. He realizes, oh wait a second. He misses the first few shots. Still missing his shots. Doesn't hit him once. Oh, he got him once there. I hear a taser go off. Now 2 Secret Service agents try to shoot. And eventually, this one agent here gets him. I don't know. It's just interesting.
Yeah, being in these situations, you know, these things kind of happen bang, bang. Like when, you know, Ray was killed, it kind of just came, yeah, you know, doors left open, guy came out of nowhere, bang, shooting, walking straight, you know, like a actual bot got the kill. You know, these things happen bang, bang. To be able to react on a fucking fly when the guy's already point blank with the gun in V. POTUS's face.
I mean,
you know,
be able
it's a
to
very hard
react
thing to
whenever
do.
I mean, you say that, but I mean, let's pull up the video again. Let's see how long it takes that person, that Mateus, to actually get down there. After, mind you, it was already asleep. So we got what? 2 seconds. He's just sitting here. Now, granted, sure, you can't really see him right there, but I mean, that's something you guys are gonna not miss now. So as soon as he starts walking and he's visible to be seen, you can definitely see him through that glass right there. We're at 8 seconds. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He walks past the Secret Service agent, just walks right past him. He hasn't started shooting yet. We're at 6 seconds. 8, 9, 10. He's at 10 seconds here, and he's already shooting. He's right in front of 2 agents. And neither of them fire a shot until after the vice president is dead. And that was a whole almost 10 seconds. 10 seconds. That's not an end. That's not a split second. It's 10 seconds that it took for either one of the agents. I can't see the other one in this video. To respond. 10 seconds. You say that 10 seconds is too long of a time, is too short of a time to reasonably expect somebody to react to a gunfire?
I mean, I wouldn't say it was fully 10 seconds.
Okay, then let's time that then exactly here. 1 second. Let's get into the time that he is.
Time it from when he was on the ground. When he was on the ground.
Okay, sure.
Oh, I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that.
I think right here is a respectable time. Whenever he's about to jump down, I think that's a reasonable time to start the timer. Yes or no?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let me put a stopwatch here. Stand by. Stopwatch. Everyone can see it. All right. As everyone can see here, we're going to pull up a stopwatch. Oh, maybe. Oh, fuck. Quick little stopwatch. Let's try to figure this out here. 1 moment. All right, we're going to stopwatch this here. Okay, so we're going to... Oh, see? I got to Okay, you know, we're just going to... Right there. So... Hold on, let me pull a stopwatch on my phone. Because I want this to be accurate since, you know, you want it to be a little bit different here. 1 moment. 1 moment. So as soon as he's visible, right there, before he's about to jump down, right there, we're starting to start... Ooh, hold on. Starting at 3, 2, 1. All right. That's a whole 3 seconds. Sure, we'll say 3 seconds. 3 seconds is not a reasonable time for someone to recognize that something is happening. I walk past both of them.
I mean, I would say, you know, 3 seconds. If we're looking at it, a lot can happen in 3 seconds. You're probably right there. You're probably right. You know, I'll give you that one. 3 seconds is a lot of time. 4,
5, 6. 6 seconds from him getting on the ground to the vice president is dead before anyone reacts enough to pull out a weapon. 6 seconds in total.
6 seconds is a lot of time. I agree with you there. No question whatsoever.
Then what's the...
As far as why they didn't react, I mean, the internal investigation is still getting conducted.
Why is nobody being held accountable?
The internal...
Will anyone...
Yeah, of course, people will be held accountable. They'll be reprimanded. Talking still will be had, but like I said...
And held accountable other than just taking responsibility, like you said beforehand?
So, I wasn't even present at the Capitol Hill during this, actually. I was driving over. I had real life circumstances, obviously, that I'm not going to name that stopped me from showing up a little early.
Which is respectable, but I mean, what planning went into this event other than the lack of planning between different department agencies? Was there any memorandum sent out? Was there anything sent out to actually plan any of this?
The plannings, yeah, they were sent out. They were sent out. I can't confirm that. What involved in the planning? I can't tell you what involved in the planning. That's sadly classified.
That's highly classified of what little planning happened. Because you yourself earlier made a comment about how there's a lack of planning. Because I mean, Isn't the secretary required to send out a notice that there's an NSSC event happening?
The notice was given.
When was the notice given?
I actually logged SOTU myself.
When was the
Or
notice
yes,
given?
I logged it myself. I can actually tell you right now. I mean, I don't quite frankly remember when I posted it in the group, but I posted it in Joint LE as well.
The last time.
Yes, I do have a question from a viewer.
I got you about to ask you here. Last time the vice president was killed, that would be Ray Bans, make her dance. Which I mean, hey, more power to RoboCat. RoboCat, she should have killed him. Fuck Ray Bans, but that's just a whole other topic. I'll get on later. Last time the VP was killed, there was a Secret Service agent that was demoted. Will that follow this internal investigation?
So the Secret Service agent that was demoted, that's because they did directly, they were directly responsible. Like in terms of they grabbed V POTUS and stood still, and the doors weren't closed. The internal investigation led to these things being, we had people to blame for everybody. Obviously, I can't blame anybody because that's also classified within the Secret Service server.
Fault. I mean, if you're blaming anybody, it's you who to blame. I mean.
And to answer your question, I told everybody was given aware of the State of the Union when I was made aware of the time, which was on the 25th of May. That's when everyone was told about it, because that's when I was told.
I mean, I don't know how we can. What's your reasoning? Like, what's your excuse? Like, what's the reason for bringing whenever you were told that this was happening? Like, what's the importance of that in the context of the vice president being killed? What is the importance of you bringing up whenever you guys were told about this?
Oh, because that's what you asked. When was everybody notified of it? So I gave you the answer to that question.
Okay. And the lack of planning that happened between then and now, like, I don't know. I can't fathom my head around how there was a lack of planning. Is it a lack of planning on your part? So, like, did you even do anything to plan for this? I mean, you claim you did.
I would say
it's quote highly classified, but it can't be that classified if someone got killed and it failed.
Actually,
so, I mean,
it is classified.
It's classified
in terms of what planning went out. But
interesting.
But yeah, the planning was conducted. Could it have been done maybe not 24 hours beforehand? Yes, of course. That's something I'm going to talk with
the
the
planning
national.
was done 24 hours beforehand. You guys prepared all this 24 hours beforehand.
Cooper said that earlier.
I guess I didn't really catch on to that. How are you not taking responsibility and ownership of that? Of how poorly of a decision that was. If you were notified almost 6 days ago and you just started planning 24 hours ago, you started planning yesterday. How was that not your fault for taking responsibility?
Well, I don't think
any of your cabinet secretaries or any of the NSSC coordinators, special events coordinators, how are none of those people being actually fired or like demoted or dealt with? Like how does that make any sense?
Well, like I told you, an investigation is going to come and people are going to be held accountable. I was going to say that I'm going to have a conversation with my director of national or undersecretary of national operations about what occurred.
Should you be held
accountable? So I was going to say that, but you did cut me off. Should I be held accountable? Of course. I'm going to actually, if you look in congressional chat, I'm actually going to stand in front of Congress very soon, maybe tomorrow.
And what's going to come of that?
And they're going to whatever Congress decides should come of that. I'm not going to be the one that decides what comes of that there.
Because, I mean, you're telling us literally almost nothing, and everything's quote classified. Will it be unclassified for everyone for the Senate hearing to hear, or is it just going to be some another excuse after excuse?
Most likely it will not be unclassified.
So no, we're not going to get any answers. It's going to be more excuses. What's the excuse for keeping it classified? I can't fathom my head around what's so classified about planning for this event, because I mean I'm pretty sure that those events, it's not that hard to figure out how you guys probably plan for that. Seeing as
if it wasn't classified, Crims could just get a hold of it. I don't think we really want that, do we?
What's so classified about it? Everyone knows the location of it. Everyone knows there's going to be people on the roof. There's going to be helicopters. There's going to be people at the floor. There's going to be people at the roof. Like there's going to be people everywhere. So how is any of that classified? Anyone who's walking by can see what's going on. And if anything, I think the only thing that you're keeping classified is your lack of planning.
Well, I think I actually kept that pretty open with you, actually.
Yeah, you're
recently,
but so you're right. So then, what are you hiding from the American people of your except for protect yourself or protect your reputation?
The contents of the classified document is what I'm not, telling. That's the only thing that's not on the table for me.
I mean, you guys classify everything. You classified internal communications; those are quote classified, and I got charged for that. So I mean, I don't put it beneath you guys to classify everything and overclassify things. You guys should really get a a CUI, a CUI, and a classification brief because you guys don't know how to accurately classify things. Because what classification level are these planning items set at? What's the level? Is it top secret, secret? Is it controlled, unclassified information? What classification level is it?
I'm not going to share that.
You can't share what actual physical. You can share that. That's not. It's not classified of what a classification document is. What's the classification level of these documents?
It's not CUI.
So is it secret or top secret?
Yes, one of those.
Okay, so do you know the definition of secret and top secret classifications? Do you know like the actual definition by law?
The actual definition by law.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
What's the definition?
Definition of secret.
Yeah, the definition of secret and top secret information that the United States government can classify. What is the definition of that?
The definition of secret, I believe, is
You believe or you know?
detrimental to national security.
You believe or you know?
Honestly,
And then what about top secret? What's the definition of that?
Top secret?
Yes.
It's something to do with it's the information could crumple the government or some shit like that.
Right.
It's something along those lines.
The top secret refers to information that requires the highest degree of protection because its unauthorized disclosure could reasonably be expected to cause exceptionally grave damage to national security. Secret, under the same regulation, secret refers to information that requires a substantial degree of protection because the unauthorized disclosure could reasonably be expected to cause serious damage to national security. You're telling me that planning for an event that had, I don't know, barely any officers on and barely any attendees could cause grave or serious damage to the national security of the nation, as if the vice president being dead is not already a security risk?
I do believe if that document did get out, it would make, we probably would have had more Oswalds. We probably would have had tenfold Oswalds if that document got out. I do believe that, yes.
Is the Secret Service director being let go after 2 Oswalds during his failed tenure?
The Secret Service director? He has nothing to do with the first Oswald.
He has nothing at all? What about this one?
He wasn't in the first Oswald.
Okay. He is in this one.
This one?
Yeah.
No, of course he's not going to be let go. I mean, we can't think all the good things Palmer's has done for the Secret Service as well. You know.
What good things has he done other than low recruitment numbers?
What good things has he done?
Mess? Were you not Secret Service director before he was, or who was?
No, I was not Secret Service director.
Who was?
Who was? Let me tell you. I'll tell you right now, actually.
I know he was Secret Service director eventually at one point in the past few months.
The Secret Service director before Palmer's got kicked from the group, actually.
Okay.
This was an sorry, I forgot his name.
Who is responsible for the failure of Secret Service and their in their recruitment numbers and in their skill levels and everything? Because, and I'll be quite frank too, most events that have happened with the White House, like one of the president's address, I remember a few weeks ago, because I've been inactive for a little bit, so I'll take responsibility on that on my part. I really know a lot of recent changes, but the president had made a comment about Secret Service being, quote, super active, this and that, and there was like 2 officers on. There's been barely any Secret Service on in the recent events. Who's being held responsible for that? If anybody.
So
you can say no one, because from the outside it looks like nobody's being held responsible, but you're just keeping people in the same high power positions and no one's actually being held accountable.
So the Secret Service has battled their own obviously their own battles, and most of them have been fixed. I would say this term the activity has been way better than it was last term. And that's just a fact. I mean, last term you could barely get 2 agents on. Usually, and I'm not saying maybe you're not showing up to the right events, but some of these events that happened earlier on in the day, man, they have like 5 to 6, sometimes maybe 7 protectee or 7 agents on.
And like I said, I'll take responsibility. Excuse me, in the fact that like I'm not super as active as I once was, and I don't go to all these events. I haven't been to a lot actually recently, but I don't know. It just seems kind of telling of your part to you have an excuse for everything. You can't just take responsibility for an issue or an action. Why can't you? Why do you always deflect?
What do you mean take responsibility for?
The failure of Secret Service today, the failing recruitment numbers of Secret Service, and the failing SRT department. Where was SRT today?
SRT had 6 people on today, actually. It's funny you mentioned that.
And what did they do to protect the vice president? That's why
what did they do to protect the vice president?
Yeah.
That their role wasn't anywhere involved with protecting the vice president. They're not a protective agency.
Who's responsible for sweeping the Capitol to make sure there was nobody in there before any protectees got into the building?
Yeah, so sweeping the Capitol, that actually is a joint effort between everybody.
How was
So
it a
it's
joint
hard to
effort if there
pinpoint.
was no joint training that was completed? How does anyone? How was that a joint effort if you had no joint training?
There's a joint operations VC that we utilized. Who cleared what? There's in-game communication, obviously. So, like,
Right.
for instance, I don't know who organized the clearing of the upper decks because, like I said, I wasn't in VC yet.
How do you not know that?
But allegedly they were because I wasn't in VC yet. I told you that.
I mean, yeah, but you're internally investigating now. Like, you still don't know who's responsible for that?
No. Like I said, we're gonna come out with a statement for everything with what we uncover.
When can we expect that statement?
Within the next 48 hours.
48 hours to get your facts straight, because you clearly don't know the facts, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's why we do internal investigations, so I can have all the facts. I wouldn't want to jump to conclusions and blame, other people. In terms of, it's just a joint failure at the end of the day.
Is that what you're going to do with this internal investigation, is blame other people? Since you already said that didn't look like an HLS officer that cleared that, so it looks like you're already looking at.
Well, it's a fact. It's a fact that it wasn't a Secret Service agent because you
I'll agree with
it's
that.
a fact.
But who's responsible for the vice president and president's security? Who is responsible for that?
Oh, it's Secret Service without a doubt, and I didn't deny that.
Service. I never said you did. I'm just trying to get the facts straight for the viewers of who's responsible for that.
Yeah.
And how we're going to deflect onto a third party who is not responsible for their security, but they are responsible at least for joint operations to, do whatever roles they have to do. And I understand that, but again, it's just excuse after excuse with you. You can't give like a straight answer on anything. You're deflecting answers. We had you on here to actually give us some facts and information because the vice president's dead. He was not a beloved person of the community. I, in fact, did not like him. He was not at all. And in fact, I actually was about to have him on the air before he was killed and before he was officially killed and died at the hospital. It just seems convenient for people in leadership positions like yourself to not take responsibility for these things at all.
Well, I've already taken responsibility for the death of the vice president, and I've taken responsibility for the planning. That obviously was a fault for sure, without a doubt.
The failed planning, yeah.
Failed planning, yep.
Huh. So if I submit a Freedom of Information request, will I be able to get those quote classified super secret documents?
I definitely not. I believe I'm not. I don't want to. Don't quote me on this because I think you're like you can't have access to that information or something like that.
Who's
I'm not 100% sure.
Me personally, or any citizen that can submit a FOI.
You personally.
And what?
But in order for
what
us
legal
to,
regarding has that, like what legal standing?
Like I said, I don't know.
Yeah,
I thought someone maybe said something like that, but I'm not sure. Like I said, don't quote me on it.
I mean, that's not true at all.
But
also,
as far as we'd have to declassify.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'd have to declassify the document.
Protect everything that was ever said. Are you going to release internal communications between departments of what planning was done?
Release internal communications?
Obviously redacted without any, quote, super grave, dangerous things that are going to harm our national security. Yes, internal communications that show that you and your team even remotely try to reach out to people in order to get planning done, so no Oswalds will happen.
Like, am I going to leak the planning, like one of our channels that involves planning?
Leak. I asked if you were going to release information that would, what's the word? Release the internal communications that you have between other agencies and departments about the planning of this. Yes, that are not. I'm not asking you to leak fucking classified information. I'm just asking if you're going to, what's the word? Send
some like redacted quotes and stuff, or like give information.
What was actually discussed? Yes.
As far as what was discussed, I mean, I think I had a private conversation with somebody within. I don't want to like drag Koopa into this. I think I had a conversation with Koopa in DMs about it. Koopa, correct me if I'm wrong. I might be not Koopa. Yeah, Koopa. Cadix, I think that's. About SOTU.
Let me see.
Oh yeah, I think we did. I think we might have talked about it.
I mean, sure, release that. Let's release it right now live on the air. I want to know what was actually said and what was actually done, because right now.
From what
doing
I
a whole lot
I
of
had a
work.
conversation with somebody, but yeah, what was said was done. A document was posted for obviously 24 hours before is not the most, you know,
What? I don't know.
um
Explain to me.
it's not the most oh God, sorry, I'm trying to think of the word, dude.
Yeah, what's the word?
It's not the most I'm not even gonna say that. I'm just gonna try to say it in stupid dumb words. It's not the best, you know, we could have done was release it 24 hours before. Obviously, you would have had to have maybe 72, maybe 96 hours beforehand. But you know, things come up, things happen. But it was posted at the end of the day. It was given. It did. I will say, that it was very specific. The document was, and if the leaders briefed, if the leaders even looked at it, I don't know. Maybe that's something I should know for sure, without a doubt.
Yeah, I think you should
But
know that.
if they briefed it to their members, I don't know. I couldn't
It's
tell
like
you.
Coopaholic, what do you have to say about a diplomat dying at the inauguration? Because I mean, Sub-Zero threw you under the bus in general chat. He said, "quote DSS let a diplomat die. That's a protectee. Let's not pretend that didn't happen." End quote. And that's from Sub-Zero about an hour ago. Did that
That is
happen?
true. I did say that.
Yeah. Why are you deflecting on other people in general chat with the public forum?
Well, no, I was just stating a fact based off the video I've seen. That, you know, I'm not saying DSS is, you know, I'm not saying they're terrible. I'm saying, you know, stuff happens. DSS is probably going to conduct their own, you know, investigations, and you know, Koopa can probably talk on that if they want. But
we'll look into the matters, but it's an unfortunate event that occurred. I can say that the dismissing our protectees from SOTU was changed due to criminal activity, and where criminals were trying to neutralize threats around the Capitol. So it wasn't cleared fully. Obviously, you can tell.
Clearly.
But we're going to look into matters of resolving the issue.
And before we get off here, back to you, Sub-Zero. You gloating in general chat after the vice president was killed. You said, quote, only 5 SS on, doesn't count. Need 6, not 5. Quote, get fucked, Crims, doesn't count. Quote, suck me off. You then sent the parameters for the Oswald thing and said, no, SRT does not count. They aren't personal security detail. DSS is a protected VP. Hee, get fucked. Too bad. And there was more things you said. Is it telling of you that, or I mean, from my perspective, from reading these chats and everything, and how the planning and how everything went down, is that you were not worried about an Oswald because, one, you didn't know what the requirements, you didn't actually read the requirements for an Oswald, you didn't know anything behind it, and you thought that because there was not 6 Secret Service agents on, that it didn't matter if a protectee got killed because it wouldn't have counted. Is that a correct understanding? That you thought that you guys were gonna skate by because there was not enough Secret Service on?
And I'm gonna answer this honestly. Yes. So I was not made aware, and then what's his name posted.
I mean, who was gonna make you aware of a law that's existed for years now? Like that's your responsibility.
I don't do. Like I said, I don't do laws. I focus on security.
You don't worry about the laws that oversee and like. What about the laws
as
that
far
oversee
as
your department?
Oswald, because I've never had an Oswald under me. I've never been involved in an Oswald whatsoever.
You have,
and now I have.
Sure.
And now I was quick to. I will admit, I was quick to jump the gun and gloat, but I thought wrong. Essentially, I thought wrong, and then it happened. I congratulated Mateus. I said, congratulations.
I'll read what you said, because then after you found out that you were wrong, after you had some advisors tell you that you were stupid, you didn't know the law, you said, quote, shaking my head or SMH, and you said, die, you actually, quote, anger me. You then said, fuck you, then DSS, wake up, LOL, BS, I'ma go to bed. Nah, there was one PPO, that's why, we clear with cuffs, blah, blah, blah. At Mateus, congrats. I'm not the SSS director, buddy. What do you mean by you're not the SSS director?
That's true. I'm not the SS director.
But you're the secretary.
I don't know what the content.
Okay, sure.
I don't know what the content on that was.
All right,
but
okay.
I think they were talking about like hearings and stuff. I'm already in a hearing. Usually so I'm pretty sure what happened last time was the SS director got dragged into the hearing, and then I believe they got owned in hearing after that. So that's what I was acting off of, was usually, the Secret Service director gets a hearing, because I already have a hearing right now. So I'm assuming, if they do their job, they're going to
Right, and no, you said this quote. After you said it wasn't the reason I was called in, and then Andrew said Aquatic said quote doesn't matter. And you said quote too bad the hearing doesn't involve the Oswald. Andrew said it doesn't work like that, and you said don't have to answer it. So you're not going to answer the committee's questions about your failed protection services for this Oswald. You're not going to answer the questions.
Yep. So I've changed my seat on that. I will answer all questions they have that don't involve any classified information.
Huh. It's not about the SWAT. It's about improper training. It's about not knowing how to properly clear. I'll be happy to answer your questions. Blah, blah, blah. Interesting. And then after you say, oh, yeah, you changed your mind. What made you change your mind? Did someone tell you to change your mind?
No, I just changed my mind in the chat. You just read it.
Yeah, but what made you change your mind? You just boop at the flip of a switch. Just actually, I guess I'll go. Because like I said, it's all adding up to incompetence, in my opinion. You don't know the law, obviously, clearly, because you didn't know what the actual requirements were for an Oswald. You don't know how to properly plan. You plan 24 hours ahead of time after having a 6-day notice before the event started. What does that say about you as a leader? And I get it. Everyone's busy in personal lives. I've been busy in my personal life. I haven't had a Fox News live stream in a hot minute. I get it. I've been busy as well. I haven't been active on crime. But I'm taking a break, and I'm not in a leadership position that's responsible for things. I'm in my own world over here. It's pretty nice, actually. Maybe you should take note. Do you not think that it's time for you to step down?
So, as far as stepping down, it's actually funny you mentioned that. I did announce this at the recent cabinet meeting. This is my last term as SECHLS, and it has nothing to do with thinking Oswald or anything. It's mainly personal, because I'm going to be going on deployment soon. So
why not step down?
I will be not here. Why not step down now? Because I have a duty to the American people.
To have a failed Oswald,
and I'm gonna fulfill that duty.
What's your duty?
My duty?
Yeah.
As the Secretary of Homeland Security, just to keep the homeland safe.
Was the homeland safe today?
It's my duty. Today it was not safe.
So you failed in your duty, so why not step down?
Why not step down? Because
you just said what your duty is, and you swore an oath to protect blah 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 blah.
Stepping down, I'd be giving them. I'd be letting them win.
Letting who win?
I'd be letting the criminals win.
How?
By stepping down, by admitting defeat.
Interesting.
I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna work, and I'm gonna get ready for the next inog, and we're gonna be better than we were today. And so it's gonna show.
Is it gonna show? From what you're going to learn
from
your mistakes and your failed attempts at protecting the vice president and president. The president didn't die. Don't know how, but
failed attempt. Singular.
Yeah, interesting. Huh. Well, that's all we have with you today. Thank you for that. I will want to break some breaking news here that we have coming off.
Yes.
Yeah, Liberty Party. Yeah, we got some breaking news here. Let's get the confetti in here. I don't know if I have confetti as an option in here. What the fuck's going on in Congress? Well, we can break it to you here after, thanks to Denisha, the Channel 11 News. They broke it first here, but we'll break it as well. That chairman of Liberty Party stepped down out of the race of the House of Representative and is now supporting cheeseburgers to run for Speaker of the House. Who will quote, is we're running instead. He has more experience than I, and I endorse him 100% to run for Speaker. Wow. I guess all it took was an hour and a half.
Yes.
Me personally, I'm pretty happy about that. I'd rather have him support and lead and represent my views than someone that I have no fucking idea does anything, because they don't do anything.
You're gonna claim credit for that?
I think I can, because
it's
the Fox
amazing.
News Friends is the reason that it happened after he joined our VC, and he got.
We brought details to light.
Breaking news. That is some great news. Honestly, I don't think I've ever been happier. Fox and Friends has never made such an impact before. Hopefully next we get your resignation, Sub-Zero, but we'll have to wait and see about that.
You'll never get my resignation.
Oh, buddy, but don't test me. Don't. Hey.
You will never get it.
I got Teddy's resignation, didn't I? Maybe Ponex was
well,
right.
I think the whole group got Teddy's resignation.
Well, you started it. Who was the reason behind it, though? Come on now, don't play.
I would say you, but not in a positive way, TSC. Let's be real here.
I know. I'm not saying it was a positive way. That's what I'm saying. I know. I take responsibility for my actions.
I'll give you some credit for that.
Right. So you better watch your back there, Sub-Zero. It could be you next in the next resignation and stepping down. But who knows? But that's just breaking news. Let's get a Fox News special report on that here. 1 second. Let's get that up here.
This is a Fox News.
Thank you. Gonna leave now.
Yeah. See ya.
Thank you for having
Again,
me.
if you're just now joining us here, we have breaking news from Channel 11 News. They broke the news first. The Liberty Party chairman stepped down from the speakership. All it took was a friendly debate on my side until he started going to a personal attack.
Real.
For him to step down after he was confronted with the facts and he had no answers for the facts. I think that we can be pretty happy about that. Wow. I mean, cheeseburgers.
It's amazing that it took us to shed light because we just saved ourselves from a shit show in the house.
Yeah. I think that's concerning too that it took us a few hours to get him to come to the realization. I don't know who's lying to him and telling him into his head. Maybe it just was probably himself that he was qualified to do the position, but he was not. I won't take full responsibility for that. I will, I'll give Cheeseburger some credit as well for getting him to step down. And yeah, this has been a pretty long 2 hours and 20 minutes Fox News special, Fox and Friends edition here, covering. We were going to actually originally have the vice president with us here, but he was killed. It's very sad.
Unfortunately.
Not really though.
Rest
I
his
was
soul.
Unfortunately, because I didn't get to berate him on live
Interview.
television like I did this chairman. So I mean, I'm pretty sad about
With-
that, but that's okay. Things happen.
With Queer 1 and 2.
Yeah,
Yes.
Queer 1 and 2, I got both of them two going back at each other, and Queer 2 was listen, Liberty Chairman, whatever your name is, I don't even care. If you're gonna come after me again, you gotta have receipts and timelines and facts to back up your things. Just take a lesson from me. I had receipts and facts to come up against you, and look where you are now. Just let that be known. Same to you, Sub-Zero, if you're listening. I suspect your tenure is short in the secretary position of DHS. I don't know, man. You can strong arm Congress all you want and X, Y, and Z, but public opinion will turn. Especially if people actually listen to this. I mean, you just had excuse after excuse. So, and claiming everything's classified. So I don't really know what you're on about there. But hey, I pray for you. Hopefully you do good at your hearings.
We'll go
I
to
don't
church.
suspect it. Yeah. You need some Jesus in your life, buddy. But that's all we have for the Fox and Friends special today. Thank you all for joining. It was 151 views. Concurrently, we have 8 right now. But I mean, thank you all. Sub-Zero
God
says,
bless
quote,
your
always
viewers.
listening. He said that in chat here. Yeah, Sub-Zero. Yeah, we're watching you. You think you're listening, but I'm watching you. All right? I got receipts and timelines. And who knows? Maybe I'll get another Secret Service person to send me classified information for me to report on a story like you guys did last time. Maybe they'll send me stuff again. Oh, look, I got an unknown DM from somebody here. Let's see. Yeah.
Who's Danielle?
Who is who?
Danielle. And the white. What does the DSS director think about SS and their director? I think Palmer's is doing amazing. Me and him had lots of good communication over the last few weeks, and I continue to look forward working with him regarding state visits and then POTUS and VPOTUS attendance in those.
Do you look forward to working with Sub-Zero?
I do have to say.
Well,
I
you heard
can
that
give
delay
Sub
there,
credit.
guys. You heard that delay there. I mean, that tells you all you need to know right there.
0.5 delay. Sub has given us resources that we can use. I can say that DSS has taken an effort to get LE more involved, and we have utilized the LE server to get state visits more attendance, and Sub has allowed that. So without Sub, that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, that's fair. I actually got a message from somebody here, Reese. Reese has messaged me here. This may be a Fox News special in here. I'll have to get Reese on the air here soon. But like I said, we're going up in views now. I don't know how we're at the end of the stream now. But this is what we've had for Fox and Friends. It was a pretty lot happened in this past 2.5 hours. Pretty crazy. Like I said, just to recap again, Liberty Party chairman steps down from the speakership race after he was confronted with the facts. And lost an argument with myself, which I mean, I get it. It's kind of hard, especially if you're stupid and don't know anything and don't know how to back up what you're saying and claiming. But hey, you know what? You live and you learn. We'll see what happens to Sub-Zero and how that congressional hearing goes. I suspect it'll go well and it'll be good for him only because the Senate is the most inactive. Both houses of Congress are inactive and they don't actually want change. They just want to act like they're doing something. So then they will just host a hearing and be like, oh, we're doing something. But they're not because nothing ever comes of these hearings. I hope that they would do something if they're listening to the members of Congress on the Homeland Security and Intelligence Committee of the Senate. I hope you would do something. I hope you actually do an investigation and get those, quote, classified planning material documents from Sub-Zero that he claims to have that shouldn't be any more of a classification than CUI, which is controlled unclassified information, which means it's not going to cause grave damage. But hey, what do I know? Thank you, CavX, for being on, as always, my staffers. Thank you, Dick the Hobo. Thank you to Spooky, whatever his name is. I don't know his name. Thank you to Sub-Zero, the Liberty Party
Clear
chairman.
one.
I'm not going to say thank you to you because you are a fucking Jew.
Disgrace.
And you don't know anything about this group, and you should not comment on things and try to come after people if you don't know things. I think you learned your lesson today. Hopefully you get voted out of the chairman of the Liberty Party soon, because Lord help you, dude. Making enemies, man. Don't make enemies, especially whenever you've been active for 2 years and can't back up anything. But then again, like I said, that's all we got for Fox and Friends in this special edition here. Thank you all for joining us. We're gonna cut here one moment. But like I said, it's been awesome. It's been great to have you guys with us here today.